I'll praise you, Most High. Yeah. I'll praise you, Most High. Yeah. Yeah, that sound good, y'all. Hello. What we doing?
Hey, cook that up, Khalid.
We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. This here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. This here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. They said you got the call, they trying to blackball you. Like what they own, bro. You can't blackball a boss. The whole world, they hate Israel. The way you hate your neighbor, might as well pull the trigger on yourself. You know we get excited by the smoke. Every day we casting flesh. Say my treasure stored in heaven, we gon' blow the rest. They disrespecting and we check the bait that causing kept it still. They asking others about my business, but I ain't got no instant miss. See, I still deal with ox direct. Cause your person don't mean you respect. Your outlet don't get no credit if the ox ain't in it. Money answer all things and you got all these questions. Playing Vic. Look, I employ slavery. I'll give you broke your head. Yeah, them crews in the hood, Jews in the hood. I caught them clues, now I'm good. I broke it down, he understood my all to you. Filtered through, you found a few, I'm good. We what we sold, this here exclusive. They like, hey, folk, look what you doing. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. This here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. This here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. Most I told me, be still, give a room to work. Know my movie work. Your faith ain't good, don't put the work in. In the spirit flexing, that my day job. Getting the mode out my own, I don't know what they are. Before I got the blueprint, and I'm too legit to quit. Let it spark in the dark, be a light, got it lit. Trying to map my movement, got my haters pondering. The ops set the question there, they wanna know if you still lit. It hit different, you authentic, a lot of ops pretending. We do it for the Lord, got my own motion, who are you to judge? The most high first, none above. Tech in the spirit, we locked in, they'll come against your plot. You know Judas said, yeah, we spit them scripts, they barely now. Came on slave ships, then you not black. You know they tell you everything. Isaiah 30:20, yeah, we bad. You see what happened when they tried to rail the train up off the track. False witness, hypocrite. We throw shots back, now they feel hit. Must go get it. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. This here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. This here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still.
Yeah! Be still! Welcome to the Lions Den. Where some of the most feared debaters on the planet dwell. That's right. Welcome to the Den. Welcome to the Den. This is the Ultimate Debate League. The first round of the Ultimate Debate League being held on the Lions Den. You know, we got that status over here. You know, we make all these other promoters fear and shake in their mummy boots. You understand me? That's what we do. You know, so they want to throw monkey wrenches and try to throw us off our square because they know we do what we do over here. That's right. But y'all see the title, Did Africans Come to the Americas Before 1492? REPHAIAH versus ZABB the Sigma. These brothers supposed to be getting it in. We're going to give ZABB the Sigma about 5 more minutes to get in here for this debate. If not, you know how we do. You sign up for a debate, you don't show up, you lose. You go on to the next round. But before we get into all that, man, I got to introduce the queen. Queen of the Lions ain't in the building. I'm talking about Sister Creamer. Go ahead, queen.
Can you hear me? Hey, everybody. How you doing? Please hit the like if you like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. Appreciate you tuning in.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Like I said, man, y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe to the Lions Den, man. You know, we've been around for years. You know, we got bigger platforms shaking and fearing and trying to, tear us down because they jealous. Because they recite, wait a minute. Oh, that ain't no boy. I thought that was the other debater. What we're going to do, man, is go ahead and, what we do, we're going to go ahead and call this brother before we introduce everybody real quick, man. That way it's documented that we've been reaching out to you. You came on here and talked to all that stuff. You hyped up the crowd. Everybody wanted to come back to see this debate. And now the brother hiding somewhere in Aboriginal land. He's Aboriginal somewhere. Hey, hiding up under the teepee somewhere, Jay the Great. Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, fam. Go ahead, Jay.
What up, though?
Man, you know what we doing over here, man. We getting this little debate going off, man. We hope the brothers show up. Go ahead and see what you got to say.
Shit, I'm in the building, man. I'm just seeing what's up with my people, man. It's been a while, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Lions Den. Shout out to the Ultimate Debate League.
Ultimate Debate League. You know what I'm saying?
What's going up? They hating from a distance and from close up, but it's all good. If they ain't hating, you ain't doing it right. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah.
For sure.
Right, man. That's one of the loyal members of the Lions Den. Top security. He let us know what's going on. Recon. He be on the field. He out there making sure they ain't disrespecting the den, man. But you know what? They gonna do that anyway because we great over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We make debates great. You understand me? All right, let's go ahead and introduce the Lions Den Intercontinental Champion in the building, the Smushinator. He will also be doing his debate in the Lions Den. Any Lions Den debater? We doing our debates over here. That's what's going on. Go ahead, Aki.
Yeah, man. Screwfist, man. I know no Screwfist. Oh, go on, yo. You already know who it is. The most hated, the most underrated, the most underdebated. The Smusher. Is the Smusher of heads the Smushinator? Hell yeah. You damn right. I'm your Smusher, man, baby. Wipe your mouth off. Watch what you say to me. Yeah, this is going to be a good day. You know what I'm saying? Got some great debates coming up. I'm going to cut through golden swords, blades real quick. You know what I'm saying? Give them some steel. Today we're gonna see what happens. You know what I mean? All love, all respect. Big shout out to Empress Karima, JJ7K. You know what I'm saying? Jay the Snake. You already know. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
All right. And when is your debate, brother?
We trying to push for tomorrow night, but I might push it back to like Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on the cusp of greatness with my PowerPoint. So you know what I'm saying? I know BlackJesusMinister said, they ain't all about how fancy your PowerPoint. Nigga, I'm all about presentation.
Bottom line.
All right. So before I introduce both, I was gonna say both of the debaters, but only one of them is here. So before we introduce the one that's here, we're gonna make a phone call to the one that's supposed to be here. You understand me? The one that's supposed to be on the stage and doing what he's supposed to do. So the brother name is ZABB. We're gonna go ahead and call him and see if this brother. Oh, here we go. Be quiet. ZABB. I got his name right there. He's supposed to be here, y'all. Everybody hide their face.
Running? Is he running?
Hey, get from under that bed, Jam. Hey, REPHAIAH bringing the fire ready for you.
Man, this is something else, bro. I mean, he changed times. Right. How many times, man?
And with that being said, we have a victor in the first round of the Ultimate Debate League. The brother is 21 minutes late. We told him to be here at least an hour or 30 minutes before the debate so y'all can talk over everything. So this will be his third time we didn't reschedule for the brother. So we only can do so much. We got to move on. So Go ahead, REPHAIAH. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man, and get into some of what you was gonna do to this dude.
Man, I was just going to show that there were Africans before Columbus, man. That there were gold tipped spears, and the gold was tested to be of African origin.
So you
And there's also a Brazilian parable stone that they say they are Canaanites from Sidon.
Can you kind of go into that Brazilian stone a little bit?
Okay, it was found. Yeah, because I mean, I'm hearing all this backlash.
Who's that? Somebody mute their mic, please. Thank you. Go ahead, fam. Is that you with the dogs in the background, REPHAIAH?
Nah, bro, that ain't me.
Yeah, man. Whoever just popped on, please mute the mic. Come on now. All right, go ahead, fam.
Okay, there was some a Brazilian parable stone. It says they're Canaanites from Sidon, and their DNA, confirms that. I mean, did people just pop up in America? They had to come from somewhere.
Great point.
Am I right or wrong? Yeah, I mean, I can stand corrected, but did people just pop up in America, or did they come from somewhere?
According to science, what does science say?
Science says they came from Asia, and the people from Asia came from Africa, and mixed with a species called the Denisovan and the Neanderthal.
Okay.
And we have those different skulls in the African and Asian area. And the Chinese did a research because they thought that they were, their own species, and they found out that they came from the Khoisan.
Well, so what do you think he was going to bring to this debate to even have a fight?
Man, I'm a disrespecting at this point, man, because even he done wasted all of my time. Right. He's gonna be an avatar, just like the rest of them.
Man. This is the second arrow that fell off. See what I'm saying? This brother, they must have heard about you, man. They've seen you on Facebook doing what you do. Hey, brother Philip Banks in the building. Go ahead and jump on, family, because we were gonna use him as our judge, brother Philip. But I guess we don't need tonight, brother Philip, because the man ZABB the Sigma has not shown up, has not got in contact with us. So
and the brother said he was an Olmec. I challenged any one of them abos that claim to be a Negro to show that they were here, thousands of years. Any one of them, or all of them together, don't matter.
We got the brother Apostle in the building. He'll be having his debate tomorrow night on the Lions Den, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time against Brother Saw. Brother Saw is a young debater. He's a Christian going against Brother Apostle. Go ahead and tell us what the topic will be. So we got the debates lined up, so we apologize on the brother's behalf for not showing up. He must have realized that he was in the ring with a heavy hitter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Karima, can you put the link in the chat that Brother Philip wants to jump on? Please and thank you. Go ahead, Apostle. Unmute your mic.
Appreciate you. You hear me?
Yeah, this is the Lions Den discussion heavyweight champion in the building. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. The Jack Johnson of the Lions Den. Yeah, he go Go ahead, Aki. Yeah. Go ahead, champ.
Yeah, this young fella, man, is I admire the young man myself, man. He's from Geno Jennings' church, man. So he kind of like got Geno's spirit, a little testy, you know, a little confident, little testy little fella. But all due respect, man, no, I remind the guy because he did accept when 3 others had the opportunity, and they didn't want it. They didn't want it. They didn't want it. So, but that ain't the reason why I'm here tonight, man. Oh, yeah, and have Philip stick around for tomorrow, man. He'll be a good judge. Good judge.
Well, it depends on what his schedule is. You know,
Yeah,
it was hard for me to get him lined up for tonight. You know,
I understand. I understand.
I realize that this behind the scenes work is just as hard as the debate.
Yeah, but you know? I saw Jay the Great. Jay the Great sitting in the audience, man. And I'm trying to figure out because one day he rapping with me like he's my best friend, like we family. Next minute he's on the attack. I'm like, what's up with this guy?
Oh no, saying he ain't pulling the Sarnetta.
Yeah, man, like now he's in my chat. He's in my chat asking for my qualifications as an apostle. He wants to know about my and no matter what I say to him, is he going to do anything different? He called so-called Christian when I said that I was brought up before the board. But either way, no matter what I say, there's something about being an apostle that just get people all upset. I don't understand why. If the same God in Philippians is talking about the office of an apostle, and this is what I got to say to Jay. If he say he gave some apostles, some pastors, some evangelists, some teachers, prophets, he named 5 offices that he gave to the church for the upliftment, for the equipment, and for the unification of Christ. Why? You don't question whether anybody's a pastor. You don't question whether anybody's a teacher. You don't question whether anybody is an evangelist. Why you got a problem with somebody being an apostle? It's all to the upliftment and glory to the Most High God. We don't have power, whatever our office is. What's all the questions about apostles? Are they not needed in ministry? What's your fixation, brother? Where's the challenge coming from?
All right, hold up. We're going to get to that a little bit later. Right now, we want to, Jay, don't answer yet. We got the brother Philip Baines in the building, one of the top. I think he's one of the well-respected researchers and judges we got in the conscious community. Look at all them books. There better not be no fake wall paintings. Them better be real books. All right, okay. Yeah. That's what's going on, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. The brother, man, we've been trying to call him. I guess he heard about, the brother REPHAIAH, and his information. And it's kind of hard to prove some things. Some people just talk, but it's time to show and prove. They head for the hills,
Yeah.
But go ahead and introduce yourself. Say you will be available tomorrow for the Apostles and Brother Sar's debate.
Yeah, what time is it? Well, let me say peace and blessing to everybody. Yes, I'll be. What time is the debate?
4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, yeah, I could do it. I could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Same channel.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
And no confusion. Yeah. So we were supposed to be we got a little bit confused behind the scenes, but it's a small thing to a giant. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So now that this debate is not going to happen, the brother, we can kind of talk about the information a little bit. what are your thoughts on Africans coming to the Americas before 1492? Anybody want to start off with that? Go ahead. Jay the Great, I know you might want to respond to Apostle. You can also do that as well.
I didn't even hear anything Apostle said on the low. I was busy eating and fucking with these dogs and shit, honestly.
Oh, okay. All right.
But as far as the topic goes, I don't know, man. I believe so. With the statues, you know, the what are they called? The Olmecs or the Toltecs or whatever, them statues in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's some evidence to me. And I mean, why wouldn't Africans get here first? I mean, if Europeans could and we ran the world first and we had ships first, I mean, come on now, it's self-explanatory. I mean, you can't. I mean, people argue about the evidence. But that's, you know what I mean, that people argue about it. You can have facts and people argue the facts. So, you know what I mean, that's neither here nor there. So it's whatever you believe in, I guess.
Yeah. I think many years ago I read Ivan van Sortima. I believe it might have been they came before Columbus or Blacks in Science. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah,
but
they came before Columbus.
Yeah, I think it talked about Africans coming here by some kind of a raft or boat that they used to make, and that they used to pick up certain channel. There's a certain channel in the ocean in the Atlantic.
It's
3 carats.
Bring them over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 carats.
Yeah,
and Jerome Bennett before the Mayflower.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Right. Right.
Bring it out.
Yeah.
And the Vikings came over here as well. But black people couldn't come, so some people say.
Right, I get what you're saying. So the Vikings smart enough to come over here, but
you know what I'm saying?
Harrison and all them coming over here, but Lord forbid we come over here build a ship to get over here. Because a lot of them
some of the Vikings were black, not all
right.
were white.
Right, exactly.
That's hidden history.
Right, the Danes were black,
and the Sumerians and the Egyptians were shipbuilders.
Right. Right. And the Phoenicians.
Yeah, Sumerian, Phoenician is kind of same, you know, you kind of the same. Yeah.
Right. There's not one particular race called that's a group of different nationalities.
And actually the white man made up the name Phoenician. Right. They called themselves the Sagi Ga.
Right.
The blackhead ones.
Right.
Yeah. So, what about the information about Ramses? Is that pseudo? Him coming over here in 1296, something like that, 1296 BC. Have you ever heard of that?
To me, it's kind of iffy.
It's kind of iffy. That's why you wouldn't bring that.
Yeah. Because now they're saying that somebody could have, while they doing the research, did that. But I mean, it can be disputed. You know, I'm neutral. I'm neutral on it. You know, myself.
So that article you got about the gold tip spears. Let me see that. I think you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Let me read that to you. Let me see. Hold up. That was a good. That's pretty good information.
Yeah, from Leo Weiner.
Leo Weiner. Is that
yeah.
Okay.
Columbus brought some gold tip spears to Spain. They tested it, and it was determined to be of West African origin.
Okay, you got you sent me the Brazilian.
Yeah, right. The Brazilian parable stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says right here. This stone contains an ancient Phoenician inscription. First line read as follows: "We are children of Canaan from Sidon of the Eastern Kingdom of merchants." And this is from you can find this on www.bolef.com, index something. But okay, so basically, was this stone younger or older than 1492?
It's like 800 AD, somewhere around that area.
I wonder if I can pull that up. Have you heard of that, Philip?
All you got to do is pull up the Brazilian parable stone.
All right, let me see.
No, I didn't hear about the Brazilian one, but I think the same Ivan Van Sertima talked about iron smelting in African society. I forget where, maybe West Africa, Tanzania, somewhere. I think way before they learned. I think the bronze. I can't remember. These information I'm talking about, I read them probably since back in the 90s, so it's hard for me to recall. You know, I never had to use them since, so it's like very difficult. But I think Ivan Van Sertima did write something about what they're saying. The Africans had some metal tipped spear, something to the effect. Yeah.
Correct. And they tested those metal tipped spears, and they determined that they were from West Africa.
West Africa, yes. That's yeah.
So either Native Americans went to West Africa or West Africans came to America.
So you said the ones they came from Brazil. The ones the gold tip ones came from Brazil.
Oh no! That's something different.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about a stone that they spoke of being Canaanites from Sidon.
Okay.
And then you look at the culture, you see the lip plates like the Nilotic Africans.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen. Yeah.
You see that in that Brazilian culture.
Oh,
you know, the similarities.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they mixed with a species called the Denisovan. And the Denisovan was like a type of Neanderthal, but more dark skin.
Asian type being.
Instead
of the Neanderthal being the European.
And that's how they got that straighter type hair.
Right.
And according to modern science, every human came from Africa. And the mixing started in Asia. With the Neanderthal and the Denisovan. I believe that as facts.
As Homo erectus left the continent. As Homo erectus left the continent, it also mixed.
It
was mixing.
And then there was a back.
Homo erectus. Right. A back
there was also a back migration. You know,
there was also subspecies, though. You know what I mean? Subspecies along the way.
Right.
So it was Homo erectus that went up north into Indo-Asia and Eurasia, and they mixed in with Neanderthal and Denisovan. What they believe is that Denisovan and Neanderthal were never extinct; they were bred into the Erectus and Homo sapien gene pool,
right?
And so they no longer existed according to that classification as Denisovan and Neanderthal. They now existed as Homo sapien sapien.
Now, can I ask you a question, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Now, would you, in your estimation, say that is the Caucasian and the Asian?
Denisovan and Neanderthal?
And the Neanderthal, yes.
Yes, sir. Denisovan is Asian, Asiatic,
right.
And Neanderthal is the Europe, yep.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that.
Along with the, don't forget about the,
because they try to say that they're like an albino. I don't believe the white man is an albino.
No,
he is. He is that Neanderthal.
Yeah, the Neanderthals were dark skinned too for a while, and there's a new science that states that what we consider white skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes is only about 9,000 to 8,000 years old. So
I think it might be 50-50. Maybe it might be 50-50. It might be half Neanderthal. It might be half albino. I don't know though.
What was that chimpanzee? That 6-foot chimpanzee nigga called nigga?
There was Gigantopithecus. There's all kinds of shit.
No, I'm talking about the damn. They called it a sudden nigga.
I know you talking about
troglodyte.
Yeah, troglodytes. Yeah, Kamisha was talking about that.
Right.
I've been in Facebook jail for saying that word, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's they really hate you. They don't want you talking about that troglodyte nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, let me say something real quick. Just to let y'all know, Shabar and the Truest was supposed to do their debate yesterday. They rescheduled to next Saturday. Can reality be perfect? We also got brother Saw going against the elder apostle.
You know, my bad. I didn't mean to. I used to dig the Truest. He said some very disrespectful shit to me the other night on Cube's channel, but I'm gonna let it slide though. But that's that has nothing to do with this. But I just want to put that out there.
Oh yeah, you'll find that out there in these streets. Yeah, so we got
it's salvation for everyone.
Yeah,
for Israel.
Oh, okay, that was the topic. Yeah, so we got that going on tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Lions Den. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and be in the audience to see this powerful debate between Mustafa and Simba, the old lion versus the young lion. You know what I'm saying? And so it's going down in the den, man. I also want to congratulate the brother REPHAIAH, bringing the fire, Ben Yahuda, for the first person to move on in the tournament. Now, I know you didn't want to win by default, but sometimes things happen for mysterious reasons. You know, the brother maybe, you know, he's seen you in action, he's back chatting on Facebook or something, bro, because he seemed very confident until y'all kind of had that conversation, that preliminary, and then he stopped kind of communicating. But we talked to him yesterday, and he said he would be here.
That's what he said, and
that's what he said.
And, you know, I try to be humble, man, but you know, after a while, man, he kept putting stuff off, man. You know, be a man of your word, man. If you're gonna show up, you're gonna show up. If you're not, say you're not.
Yeah, so I just want to congratulate you, brother. I wish he would have went a different way as far as you and him intellectually, squaring off with the information, but. Hey, so, I got a couple of victories by default as well. So, yeah.
Man, I don't even consider that a victory, man. I don't even consider him a contestant.
Yeah. It's all right.
To be honest with you.
No, it's a victory. If your opponent didn't show up, it's a victory.
That's right. A win is a win.
A win is a win.
Mm-hmm.
A forfeit is a win. A forfeit is a loss. So that makes it by proxy a win.
It reminds me of that movie. Are there any more? that Troy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask the panel a question. What do y'all think about the Sumerian text? Like with Enki, Elin, and Anu?
I think it's very interesting. The whole thing about the Anunnaki.
Yes.
It's very interesting.
It's very. Yeah. And it's a very ancient text too.
Right. And it's probably some truth to
it. And that cuneiform language. And are people aware that Enki, like all right, you got Enki, and you have the Maasai that called their god Enki, but they got an A before the I. Inkai.
Right. You see,
Now,
my position on it is a little, you know what I'm saying, because while I you know, all of the pantheons to me are very interesting, and they all have they share a lot of commonalities, even with the
Yes,
Netaru,
sir.
the Sumerian, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. So you know, the one difference between what I think Israel distinguished themselves from all other gods is that even in those pantheons, those gods were still encapsulated by their genealogies. They had genealogies,
Yes.
whereas we claim that the Most High God, the one God,
Mm-hmm.
has no genealogy. He is not created. He's always been before there was anything created or anything that came to fruition. The one God
Mm-hmm.
has always been. You know what I'm saying? So there's no beginning, no ending, because he's
Mm-hmm.
always been. And that's the one
And
difference between how I think Israel viewed Yahweh as opposed to how the other gods were viewed in the pantheons, the different pantheons.
Mm.
and that's Brother Zion speaking.
Yes, it was.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh
sir.
man, I see some brilliance in you, my brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. What do you think about the doggone tribe?
Same.
And they say some beings called nomos gave them knowledge.
Right. Emu and the fish gods. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Sumerians got the same depictions.
Right.
Yeah.
Daggone and the doggone.
Right. Right.
I mean, I me myself, it's too much alike. It's like somebody saw some of the same things to me. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite often is man attempting to understand his existence.
Mm-hmm.
In his quest, he kind of realizes that there's something beyond, and
Mm-hmm.
man attempts to express that thing. There'll be no
Mm-hmm.
God beyond his probably his capacity, And so
Mm-hmm.
that's why the different cultures have these different things,
Mm-hmm.
images and thoughts that they come up with, which they
Yeah,
label
but
differently.
how did they know about the Sirius star system? You know what I'm saying? They knew about that before modern science.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I don't know how it would have been conveyed to them.
They said the Nomo came down and told them about it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
some
And
people said
gave them the knowledge.
Well,
Yes, they call these creatures called the Nomo.
Uh-huh.
Nomo.
Something got to be
Mhm.
put to it
Nomo.
because they
Have
knew
you ever
about
heard of
the
that?
series. They knew about the Series B star 150
Before,
years ago.
right. Before modern science, man. You know what I'm saying?
Before we
You know?
anything about it, and we
Mhm.
just discovered the star system.
Mm-hmm.
They was already talking about 150 years.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you got to explain. Somebody actually explain something to me.
Mm-hmm. And
about
then
no.
those people from the Congo, the Twa, they have like a Genesis story.
Right. Yeah.
I just don't think all of this is a coincidence because we got here some kind of way. You know?
Yeah.
And what does anybody think about ancient Lemuria?
Same thing with Atlanta. Ancient Atlantis. Same thing. Amu.
That's up Mighty Hebrew Alley right there.
Right.
Yeah, I know about it, but I just don't bring stuff up too much because some people say I'm crazy and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of information, like the
Mhm.
Emerald Tablets. A lot of people say that's pseudo.
Yeah, but ancient Lemuria, it's right there by Australia and what's that that African country right by
Madagascar.
Madagascar. Yeah, and it's determined that it was something there.
Right.
Mm.
Right. It's
You saying Madagascar
it's under the
You,
ocean. There's a
right,
ruin.
right.
There's
Yep.
a ruin under the in the
Mm-hmm.
ocean.
Yep. In the Indian Ocean, and they call it Lemuria.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question about the same Sirius B stars, right? Is it possible that because the universe, according to some scientists, that the universe is expanding, that there was a time when they could have seen the formation of that constellation in the heavens, and that's why they were able to plot it in stones on the ground, that they were able to see it, and then because of the expanding universe, that's why now it's not being seen with the naked eye?
It's quite
That's
quite
a great
possible. I
point.
mean,
That's a great point.
it's
That is
yeah,
a really
it is very possible.
because
But
nothing is
they can
stagnant. Yeah, nothing is stagnant. And so at
Mhm.
some earlier point during their time period, that star constellation could have been more in a position where it was able to at least be perceived even very insignificantly. Like even now, like people argue about the rift between Israel, that's Middle East and Africa, but if we had known that, like today, we know that rift is growing 10 inches every year. So how much closer was it, you know what I'm saying, in the 7th century BCE? You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
similarly with the universe and with star constellations, it is expanding, and it's expanding relatively fast in a cosmological sense, but to people on Earth it seems a little slow. But now, if you going back 100,000 years, 200,000 years, we're talking about a significant difference in where it was originally seen. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
that's a great point, Brother Barnes.
yeah, they can use a computer and program astrologically and take the stars back to the creation of the Sphinx and line it up with the planet, the thing of Leo, saying that the Sphinx is looking at a lion.
Right.
They can use a computer and take the map, the stars, and go back in time and show where this was, even
right
the Orion's belt, and show that it was over top of the Great Pyramids.
Yep.
All three of the stars line up with the belt of Orion. So
and it's not just the pyramids either.
Right. Oh yeah, because matter of fact, I just saw
Adam's calendar in South Africa.
Yeah, no, I just saw them do something with the whole area over there, lining up that valley over there with the sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter. It all lined up and was able to sit right over top of that plateau, with the Great Pyramid being the sun. I mean, it was strange.
What do you think about Göbekli Tepe?
Same thing. I mean, that's 13,000 years old. The difference is the Dogon is talking about 150 years ago.
Now, to me, that time is debatable.
Yeah, but they were saying this is what they discovered 150 years ago. According to their history, it's been 150 years. So that's a blink, man. 150 years in time compared to 150 years.
Who said 150 years?
What they saying is what the Dogon talked about as far as
did the doggone say 150 years, or the white dude?
No, the Dogon is saying they knew it 150 years ago.
Okay, I got you.
That's according to the information coming from the Dogon tribe, that they knew this since 150 years ago. They're trying. Okay, now that's the information I got. Okay, I don't know how long the Dogon tribe has existed.
Did they say 150 years before modern science, or just 150 years ago?
They knew 150 years ago.
Okay.
Series B was just discovered 20, 30 years ago. 20 years ago.
Right.
I mean, in 1962, they didn't even know the star system that the couple that got picked up by the that got picked up by a spaceship, Betty and Barney Hill. And she, through hypnosis, drew the reticular star system. And when she did it, they didn't know it existed until 20 years ago.
Okay.
So she drew a star system in the 60s that they didn't know existed.
And what does anybody think about the Zulus? That they have like a similar story too, about some beings.
Right. Matter of fact,
like Cueto.
Yeah, there's some. There's supposed to be an alien people that also they black and they also are called Zulu. And the dude, the soldier guy, he talks about them, the Zulu alien force or whatever. And he said,
Muto.
Yeah, they can kill you. They can. The way he described it, I don't know if it's true, but to shoot a bullet at these guys is a waste of time. They can redirect that bullet that you shot from your gun, move out the way and set that bullet just a second away from your head and call you to kill yourself.
Wow.
So don't shoot at them. Corey Good and David Wilcox, they talk some weird stuff. All right.
Yeah.
They be talking some weird stuff. With this,
but I'm gonna tell you, man, we got here some way.
Well,
humanity got here some way. We didn't create ourselves.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
And the plants and animals, they got here, you know.
And if they couldn't, if they wasn't here, we couldn't be here.
And have you seen those Sumerian depictions where he has a bag? I always wonder what's in that bag.
And the time watch. And
the
time watch.
Yeah.
Watch on the wrist. Or
I feel to see that they just drew that just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know.
Or down in Timbuktu, where they got the Mayan with oxygen mask on.
Yeah.
In a spaceship. So
and the airplane in Egypt, a helicopter like that.
But look,
a depiction of a helicopter.
Go to the first chapter of the book of Acts. And if Christ is not being taken up to a airplane, some type of ship, what the hell is waiting on him in the sky? Where is he going to? And it said the men stood by looking at him as he ascended, and said, 2 men in white apparel said to the disciples, ye men of Galilee, why stand here gazing at the same Christ, knowing not that the same manner he leads, he will return. Okay. So when he went up, where did he go? What was up there waiting on him? Did he just fly into space? Fly past the moon? Fly past Mars? I mean, think about that. They watched him as he was taken up. Sound like Star Trek to me, man. I don't know. The dude.
What about Enoch? What'd you think about Enoch?
Same thing about Elijah.
Elijah,
a horseless chariot. with fire coming out the end of it, came down and picked him up and went back into the heavens. And Elisha stood there watching the whole thing in order to get that double portion of what Elijah had.
Mm-hmm.
So then I understand now, on the mountain, at the Mount of Transfiguration, you got Christ, you got Moses, and you got Elijah.
Uh-huh.
There appears with him.
How about the similarities with Enoch and Thoth?
I mean, Thoth.
Egyptian.
Or who they
the origin of writing.
Actually, who they call Ra. Thoth or Thoth is Ra.
See, now the Egyptian stuff is kind of tricky to me.
Yeah.
Because they rename stuff. Right. You know, as different cultures come, they because Ra was the first one was Atum, and then it was Ra Hanaki. Then they like combine gods and stuff like that.
And Ra supposedly became Marduk. Marduk is
Marduk is Ra. Yes.
Marduk is supposed to be the face.
It's the same as Sumerian. Yep.
Right. Marduk is supposed
to be the face. Right. Which was Enki or either Elan's son.
Enki's son.
Uh-huh.
And Enlil is supposed to be the serpent that was in
the Yeah.
Which is a reptilian.
Yeah.
Reptile.
And it kind of lines up with the doggone tribe and things.
So when you understand the nature between a serpent
and
a reptilian, we confuse things by calling it a snake. But a reptilian is nothing but a serpent.
Right.
As a dragon. A dragon is nothing but a serpent.
And I have a depiction from Egypt that it's a walking snake.
Could be. I don't know. I've seen that illustration.
I got a lot of Egypt stuff, man.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff from Kemet. And they try to deny it.
I do believe that the Luciferians and those real Masons, I think all of it leads to some type of strange shit going on right now on the earth with
it is.
A lot of our children are being missing. Are no more than a food source.
I don't want to speak on that. I know a little something about it, but that might get you shut down. You know, so I ain't gonna say.
Well, I can't speak on nothing I don't know about. I can only hypothesize.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But
I'm not.
Children are missing, brother.
Right.
And you know, they're going somewhere, and somebody has a purpose with it.
I think.
Are you familiar with the Little Hat Mob?
Oh yeah,
they got a lot to do with it. That's who got something to do with it, bro.
And I think that has a lot to do with chemical changes in your body. Right now, I would not surprise me if they're the ones responsible for that fire that's causing the smoke from Canada to the United States that's blocking us from seeing the sky. Because I think they're hiding something from us in the sky. That's what
there's a statement. There's a statement that I believe is true. If you want to know who rules you, who you can't talk about.
Yeah.
And everybody knows who you can't talk about.
Right. Because as soon as you
right or wrong,
you get your money taken, you get your job taken, your bank account gets shut down. But it's much deeper than that because they are able to affect not just America, but the whole world.
They own pretty much. They got control of the whole stuff, man. The
So,
banking industry.
yeah.
But now you got BRICS coming up. They trying to eliminate them.
I know right now. I saw a picture coming from New Mexico the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And there's two suns in the sky. I saw that picture myself. Two suns are in the. There's a sun behind the sun, and I saw the picture.
And Brother Philip,
yeah,
I noticed your accent, man. I call myself African, man. You know, I got a Kenyan wife. You know, man. I want to know what part of either Africa or the Caribbean are you from, my brother?
You know,
you know that.
I'm neither from Africa nor the Caribbean.
Where?
I'm neither from Africa nor the Caribbean.
Where then, brother? I'm just asking, brother.
South America.
You know? Oh, like
okay.
Around Brazil?
Yeah, I'm from Guyana.
Oh, I got my best friend is from Guyana.
Okay, that's why
he says skunt. You know what skunt you tell me, boy?
That's like
so you know about the Garifuna tribe.
I know about the Arawak, the YY. Yeah, the Garifuna, yes. Okay, yeah.
Garifuna, yeah. They said
I'm gonna tell you,
their history goes back before Columbus. That the Garifuna tribe has been in South America before before colonialism, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you a video, man. I cried, man, as a grown man. This brother from Guyana, he came to by surname, and the brother still spoke Guyanan language.
He did what?
He still spoke Guyana language. They understood each other.
Oh, you mean like the broken, almost like patois?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I speak that.
All right. What you do is it's a video. I mean, I can share it. Ghana man comes to South America, and the South American man still speaks the Ghana language.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, and they're understanding one another. And he's saying, man, it was tough here. He's like, man, you're welcome here. Come sit down.
Yeah,
man, I cried, brother. I cried.
Yeah, there's some people in Guyana who probably still listen. In Guyana,
he was one of those maroons.
Yeah, we used to have a celebration called Ghana Day in Guyana, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because the national hero of Guyana, his name is Kofi. He's supposed to be come from I think it's the Akan tribe in Ghana, and he actually tried a liberation movement even before the Haiti, but it was unsuccessful. They had some success, but the success was beaten back because of the internal struggles, right? So there's a big thing with the black people in Guyana about their history connected to Ghana. And there were some people who there was a guy I know used to speak a certain language. I don't know what language it was. But he used to say it was African. And later on,
I thought it was Hebrew. The ancient Hebrew. And he still spoke that.
You know,
I think Aramaic is a type of Aramaic.
Well, with the modern Aramaic is very simpler. Yeah, it's very similar to the Paleo.
Right.
I remember this because they were amazed because he maintained it from his ancient forefathers.
Right.
And he was a Maroon, which is
he was a Maroon. Yeah,
right, Maroon.
And
right.
I got a friend of mine from Suriname.
Right.
Man, he looked just like he just got dropped off the boat. You know, from and he's determined to be Yoruba.
Yeah.
Oh, so then he was a joker then. You said because in Suriname, so he was a joker. Okay.
He get mad if you call him a Native American, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the history is vast, and people are spread out so much, you know.
And my brother from Guyana. Let me let you speak. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, I think we need to kind of recapture, regain the knowledge of a lot of the things that we have lost. I mean, even when it comes to medicine, right? I remember growing up, when somebody is sick, and today it boggles me. These people didn't go to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anytime you have any sickness, you can find two old women or men will come and say, okay, go get 2 leaves of this, 2 leaves of that, and then they will put them together, and before long, you know, you're cured. I remember a guy had a big cut on his foot. The cut was so big and open that you could see the flesh, the actual white flesh. And these men came together, got leaves together, and in about 3-4 days, that cut the healing, right? But that knowledge is lost, I think, because of the influence of the colonial system and people who don't want us to retain anything of ourselves, because we knew how to cure ourselves. We had certain knowledge, our foreparents had that knowledge, and that knowledge seemed to be lost with them. It wasn't passed on properly, and we got to try to regain some of this, you know.
And you know what, my brother? A lot of y'all brothers in the Caribbean, y'all still preserve some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because now my Jamaican brothers, man, they still know that some of that stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got a brother from Barbados.
Yeah.
He still preserves some of that stuff.
Yes.
What's your first name mean, REPHAIAH? Or pronounce it for me if I'm doing it wrong.
REPHAIAH.
REPHAIAH. REPHAIAH.
REPHAIAH. Okay, so what does that mean? If I can ask, because that's close to Aramaic, but
yeah. God heals. The Most High heals.
Right.
Oh, Rapha.
Yeah.
Heals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
it means the Most High heals.
Okay.
And there were like 3 people in the scriptures named REPHAIAH. It's 3 different people.
Yeah. You don't make no space for them.
You would do REPHAIAH.
REPHAIAH.
Yeah, I understand how you pronounce it. I'm just trying to, what I'm trying to do is take it back to the original paleo.
Okay, I got you.
Not from the, not from the Arab, just going back to the original paleo. The Ra, the head. The Ra,
okay.
The mouth. So you said it's what now?
REPHAIAH.
No, you said Ra
REPHAIAH. REPHAIAH.
No, the meaning.
God, the Most High heals.
The Most High heals. Okay.
Heals, yes.
Like make well. To make well.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, heal.
Yeah,
strengthens. Restore.
Is there a point, brother?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there. I'm just trying.
Okay, so you want to debate me about my name or something? Is that what you're getting at?
No. What I'm trying to see. No, I don't know.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to know because it sounds like you're kind of coming at me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
I don't know if I'm trying to dodge bullets, or what.
No.
Yeah, let me know when you can see the screen.
Okay, got you.
No disagreement here. What I'm trying to
got
do,
you.
See, like Bond is house or son.
All right, now my other name is Mashoka. That's really what I like. And
That's your Kenyan name, right?
Yoka, yeah. And MUSYOKA.
Why?
And that means the one who came back. And it was the Council of Elders. They sat down and gave me that name.
Okay.
I like that name.
Okay. Yeah. See what I do with Hebrew, I go from like a lot of people go, they just accept the Aramaic and move into the Masoretic?
And guess what? My slave name is Ricky. So
Ricky. Okay.
Ricky. So
Richard.
You know how they brand you,
right?
And they give you their name. So I just like Malcolm X, he didn't want his slave name.
Right.
You understand where I'm going?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. So any name besides what they gave me,
right?
I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Got an echo, but
that's me.
It's not me, brother, because I don't have anything on.
Yeah. Let me turn the TV down.
And you say your wife's from Kenya?
I'm trying to share the screen.
My wife is Kenyan.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to share the screen because this is about to go to the spirits.
Okay.
So let me know if y'all can see the screen. Y'all keep talking till the screen come up.
Yeah, I'm probably getting ready to leave, man.
Oh. Okay, everybody tomorrow.
And I got a beautiful Bantu wife.
Okay.
Bantu African.
Okay. Do she know about her Hebrew heritage?
Sure she does.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
And they're a branch of Kikuyu.
Okay.
And Mount Kenya. It has a lot of things, brother.
Yeah, is that over East Coast?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's near Tanzania.
Exactly.
So you near Gorilla Hebrew then?
Man, I've been there to visit him, bro. I've been to Tanzania.
Yeah, I'm in this doctorate program.
I could show you a picture right now, me and him getting it, man, with fists in the air.
Yeah, getting fists in the air.
Bro, I'm about that black power, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is Sister Cream on the panel? We need to share the screen. She must be. Maybe she'll wait.
Yeah, Mighty Hebrew got me studying some stuff, man. And
oh, okay. I'm trying to see the screen.
Ask Mighty Hebrew, do he know me?
I'll be communicating with him.
I've been there for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's my dog. He's from Philly. I'm from Jersey.
Okay. I'm from DC, but I live in South.
Man, I go over there, bro.
Yeah.
I used to live there too. Yeah.
Hey, Raphael, we're
Capitol
trying to see
Heights.
the screen, family.
Where?
Okay.
You said
Capitol Heights.
Behind the
Yeah,
that's Maryland. Yeah.
Hey, look, the people
Yeah.
some kind of.
Oh no, you said Capitol Heights, downtown DC. Southwest.
It was Capitol Heights on one side of the street and DC on the other side of the street.
Yeah, okay, that's up there by Dirty 30.
Ellis Street. Street.
Yeah, Marlboro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked at that giant up there, man, for many years.
And I used to live in Alexandria.
Okay, my
Virginia.
son lives in Alexandria. I grew up on Stanton Road, man.
Man.
Get his phone number later. We just about to.
Man.
You know,
man.
You know.
You know one off.
Hey, let's check this out.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I know him.
We grew up 10 minutes away from each other, man.
For real.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop, man. But in the back chat or something, man.
You don't want to show no
information.
Right. That's on you. I mean,
all right.
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, I got
you. Want to talk about the gold spirits?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna be watching this in the background, man.
All right.
Good meeting you, brother.
Bruh. Yes, sir.
JJ hook us up.
Yeah.
All right, Zion.
Okay, Apostle, they'll be ready tomorrow, man.
I'll be ready.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting off here, man.
Okay, all right. Tomorrow, brother, the elder apostle will be in action. You know what I'm saying? The Lions Den discussion champion. Y'all seen him do his thing over here, man. You know, he's one of our fighting champions. He's 4-0 in the 120 days, man. That's a fighting champion. You know, a lot of guys, it take a whole year to get four matches in. Not this guy. So, the apostle's always ready for battle. And he can talk you to death, too. Huh? But anyway, let's get back to this article. I found an article on the gold tip spears were fired. Did you want to show the people that? You there?
Man, old boy got me all messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? That said 3:30. You know, it was yesterday. He got me all messed up, man.
He fucked my bed up on that.
I'm like, bro, you know, I can't just.
Yeah, can y'all see?
Be at your.
Tell you what about the gold tip spears, brother.
Okay, got you.
Can y'all see the screen?
Mm-hmm. No, not yet. I can't.
Okay, we're gonna wait till she get ready to share it. But this is from the African presence in ancient America that came before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. I actually did a presentation on this information as well.
Mm-hmm.
Garfield and I were supposed to do a debate, but like I say, once they run their mouth, but then when they know, they know when this truth come out, they're not going to show up to the debate. I too have victories by default by some of these characters. You know what I'm saying? They run their mouth and then they run their goddamn feet.
They think people got time to just do stuff, man. You know, be there for all day. I ain't got time all day.
Y'all let me know when I can see the screen. Okay. Am I not sharing? What the hell's going on? Okay, maybe I'm not sharing.
I see it. I see the screen.
You see the article?
Yeah, I see it now. I see. Yeah, I can see it.
All right, hold on. I just messed up. I wish y'all would have told me before I went back out. All right, one more time.
No, I can still see it, bro.
Yeah, but I can't move it now. See what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, it ain't moving.
Yeah, it's up.
Right, hold on.
I can say that, you know what I'm saying? I had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Ivan Van Sertima back in the 90s. Great brother, you know what I'm saying? Very down to earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and he'll show up for you. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. If you have an event and you want him to come and speak, you know what I'm saying? You get his contact number, he will show up. I'll give you that.
Wow.
Okay. Man, I'm getting rusty. All right. Let me know when the seats y'all can see it this time.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. Cool.
I can see it moving.
All right, cool. All right, this is the presence, the black presence in America before Columbus by the African United Front. So these are the African. This is about some Muslim brothers, the Nation of Islam Research Group. Okay, so we know that these are brothers that look like you and I that went out and gathered the information. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we have these so-called scholars in our community who wants to fight against ones who look like you and I who go out and do the research. They rather adhere to the colonizers, the Europeans. You know, they rather bring them on their shows and tear us down. But, you know, AKA Garfield. This is what he do. So this is why he ran for this debate, because there's so much information pointing that Africans came to America before Columbus. Here we go. Let's get into it a little bit. All right. It says the African. By the African United Front, this is in 2016. This is paying homage to Professor Ivan Van Sertima, which, you know, guys like Garfield and the Dagger Squad and the Armand Roscoe, they call them pseudo scholars. You know, they rather prefer to the European type guys, like, you know, I can't even name me a European scholar, Champollion and them guys.
Yeah.
Vanilla
Sir, what's his name? Sir
Godfrey Humphrey.
Yeah, Godfrey. Yeah, Sir Godfrey. Yeah.
Right. So
the white boy didn't say it. They can't accept it.
Right. See, over here at the Lions Den Academy of Education and Information, I like to pay homage to some of our black scholars. You know, you see what I'm saying? Because they don't get the well-deserved recognition that they should get. It should be equal, right?
Right.
So the African president is proven by Stonehenge, terracotta skeletons, artifacts. Check this out: techniques and inscriptions by oral traditions and documented history by botanical, linguistic, and cultural data. See, I would have never took no debate like this, but hey, now that the debate is over, I can speak my mind. these Aboriginal guys, I don't know what the hell y'all be thinking. That y'all just overlook this information. But, you know, it's called cognitive dissonance. When you put it in their face, they don't even pay attention to it.
I want to know where the Abros came from.
Where
they just was here. And they was here in the Ice Age.
Right. Well, let's read a little bit, because I'm going to get to the gold spears. It said, now, when the feasibility of Africans crossing of the Atlantic was not proven and the archaeological evidence updated and unknown, we could, in all innocence, ignore the most startling of coincidences. This is no longer possible. The case for African contacts with pre-Columbian Americans, in spite of a number of understandable gaps and a few minor elements of contestable data, it is no longer based on a facial conjecture and speculation of a romantic. It is grounded now upon an overwhelming and growing body of reliable witnesses. This is Ivan Van Sertima. They came before Columbus. All right, let me get to the gold tip spirit. I want to get to that, man. No, I'm gonna read. I'm just go ahead. I'm gonna read it. Go ahead. On September 24th, 2016, the National Museum of African American History and Culture opened in Washington, D.C. That's out there by Apostle Stomping Grounds. The New York Times has stated that this long-awaited monument, look, the New York Times is talking about it, Aboriginals. I don't know why y'all just sitting up there think they playing with it too. Usually when they say something, y'all would agree with them, you know? But the New York Times has stated that this long-awaited monument for centuries of African-American suffering and triumphs makes a powerful declaration. The African-American story is a central part of the American story. How central the role was that African-Americans played has never been completely told, and unfortunately, a pivotal part of that history has been excluded from this exhibit. In truth, Africans began coming to the Americans thousands years before Columbus. I've been told you this. I don't even know why this dude took this debate. I'm not just saying. I just would have took a different topic. Now the debate over, I can speak on it. I'm just saying, you know. But listen, thousands of years before Columbus, and the evidence of this presence through systematically ignored by mainstream scholars is overwhelming and undeniable. As Columbus Day, October 12th, approaches, and as we celebrate the 40th anniversary of this publication, they came before Columbus by the late Rutgers University professor Ivan Van Sertima. We must reveal to the world that the grandeur of Africa by highlighting the achievements of some of its great navigators and rulers. Here go eyewitness account. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. That was just the appetizer, y'all. See, this is what he was going to bring out. I already know because I've seen some of his information, but I also did a presentation on this. It was supposed to have been a debate. And guess what? This guy ran just like deja vu. Anybody who signs up for this debate, you're on this side where we're at, your opponent's going to run. He's not going to show up. The Garfield, he didn't show up. This Aboriginal guy, he didn't show up. Him and I both, REPHAIAH and I both have a victory by default over these type of characters. Even when you got eyewitness accounts. Now watch this. Ever since Christopher Columbus has suggested that Black Americans preceded him in a new world, you heard that? Preceded him to the new world, a number of scholars have investigated this contention. In his journal of the Second Voyage, Columbus wrote that when he reached Haiti, then labeled Hispaniola, the native people told him that black-skinned people that came from the South and the Southeastern ships trading in gold-tipped metal spears. This is in Christopher Columbus' journal, ladies and gentlemen. How can they debunk this? How can they deny this information coming from this man firsthand? Might have been his left or right. But the people following it is recorded in Rakatra, Part 1, Volume 1. Columbus wanted to find out what the Indians of Esplanade had told him. They had come from south and the southeast. Negro people who brought these spear points made of metal with what they call gunyon, on which they had sent samples to the king and queen for an essay and which was found to have 32 parts, 18 of gold, 6 of silver, 8 of copper. Curious about the validity of the story, Columbus did indeed send samples of these spears back on the mail ship to Spain to be examined. And what was found, that the ratio of properties, check this out, ladies and gentlemen, the ratio of properties of gold and copper and silver alloy were identical to the spears being forged in Africa, Guinea. I mean, this grand closing, game over, shut the goddamn building down, the fat lady song. This debate would have been over so fast, I don't even know, man. I'm just saying. This is what the brother had already showed me, that he said he was talking about the gold tip spears. Anybody want to say something before I continue to read? All right. In the book of life of Columbus, his son Ferdinand, look, he got the kids writing about it. His son Ferdinand reported to his father, they saw black people himself. Look at this. They see black people. And when he reached the region just north of the country today called Honduras, nearly a dozen other European explorers also found black. They see black people in America's Garfield. The hell's wrong with you? In America, you talk about Columbus brought on the blacks over here. This is the accusation and insinuation that Garfield and the brothers like himself is bringing to the table. And we have to stop this because they're trying to tear down our black scholars. They don't respect them because they cooning. I call a coon when I see a coon. People like Garfield Reed. Now, it says, nearly a dozen other European explorers also found black people in the Americas when they reached the Western Hemisphere. In September 1513, Van Nunes de Beldor led his men down the slopes of Corcua, which was near Darien, now called Panama, when they saw several black men who were captured by Native Americans. Balboa asked the Indians whence they got these black people, but they could not tell, nor did they know more than this, that these men of this color were living nearby and were constantly waging war with them. That lets you know they even established communities here. They were waging war with the natives that were already here, with the aboriginals that were already here. I mean, what are we doing here? How can you deny this history is right here, written, and we done said it several times. It's written in history in the books. These were the first Negroes that had been seen in the Indies. That's Peter Martyr. See, we come with the people, the scholars that's telling you this. Peter Martyr, the first prominent European historian. Here go European for you. I know you're gonna believe him. You don't believe the black ones, Garfield. I've been beat you up on this. And Fontaine, Garfield Shoeshine boy, if you want to sign up for this, you can get it too, because you've been running your lip. The first prominent European historian of the New World stated that the black men seen by Balboa, because I thought you said you retired. I did. I still can throw out the blows, family. Hold up, y'all. He said, I thought you said you was retired.
Throw a retirement party.
He did throw me a retirement party. I'm sorry. All right, let me get back to it. I'm going to end right here. Okay, it says, now, the New World stated that the black men seen by Balboa and his companions were shipwrecked Africans, Garfield, who had been taken refuge by the local mountains. All right. It says, here go another one. Father Fray Gregorio Garcia, a priest of the Dominican order. There's so many of them. I mean, how can they deny all these different eyewitness accounts? Was you just gonna turn your eye the other way when we bring in these facts? Then you're not being genuine. You're being this is what we call dishonest scholarship, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we don't want in this tournament. It's got to be honest scholarship. You got to be honest, man. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Just admit it and try better next time. But it says Father Fray Gregorio Garcia, a priest of the Dominican order, who spent 9 years in Peru during the early 16th century, identifying the islands off the Cartagena, Colombia. as the place where the Spanish found black people in the New World, as in Danin. These Africans were also captives of war among the Native Americans. Also during the 16th century, after the advent of Columbus, but before the universal enslavement of Africans, Casbello de Balboa cited a group of 17 black people who are also being shipwrecked in Ecuador. Shipwrecked. The ship was wrecked. What did that mean? That means that was their ship. They got wrecked. They got stuck over here. That means they were coming over here. The testimony in stone. Let's go to that one. See what I mean? If y'all gonna show up, at least we're gonna give y'all the information and everybody's edified. The whole purpose of this is for edification purposes. It ain't a pissing contest. It ain't trying to put nobody down. It's for educating our people. That's the whole thing of the the Ultimate Debate League. Now, it says, although eyewitness accounts of early European explorers may have been best evidence of an African presence in the New World that precede Columbus, is certainly not the only evidence. As early as the 19th century, wrote Jonathan Leonard, a specialist on early Mexico, reports that had come from the coastal region, the Mexican Gulf Coast, a gigantic head of Negroid features. But then they would say, oh, that's pseudo. So we Negro features are looking like that's a pseudo. So, okay, but we still got this other information that I read before that, these eyewitness accounts. But we're going to read this part about these Negro features, because that's the main one they try to debunk. Oh, well, it's not proven, right? Reports that come from the coastal region of Mexico about these Negroid features. First of these heads was discovered by Jose Melgar in Veracruz in 1862. He wrote 2 articles about this particular head. One in Boletín de Geografía Específica, and the other in the respected Sociedad Mexicana de Geografía Española. Now, see, my little Spanish is coming out on you. So you didn't know that JJ speak many languages. It ain't even Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. It ain't even Taco Tuesday. All right. But see, it says this wrote art historian Alexander von Wutema, right? It says, not yet tainted by certain currents of modern and perhaps not seen modern anthropology, reacted quite normally to this newly founded evidence of the black man's presence in ancient America. He furthermore cites a document of Francisco Nunez Vega in 1691. He describes an ancient calendar found in Chiapas that mentions 7 negritos representing the 7 planets. Negritos. Now, if you look up negritos, I'm sure it's not referring to Caucasian-looking, people. Now, in describing the Olmec head, Melgar wrote that what astonished me was the Ethiopic black African type which it represents. See, this is what he said. I reflected that there had undoubtedly been blacks in this country, and this has been the first epoch of the world. Since Melgar's discovery, 16 other colossal stone heads have been found in many parts of Mexico, including ancient sacred sites such as La Venta and Tres Zapatos in southern Mexico, ranging up to 11 to 15 feet, height and weight of 30 to 40 tons. These statues generally depict helmeted black men with large eyes, broad, fleshy nose, and full lips. The braids, you see? They appear to represent priest kings who ruled vast territories in Mesoamerica, that's Mexico and Central America, during the Olmec period. So they let you know that these Africans were here. They were present here. They were rulers. You see that they also had battles with the natives that were already here. They were captured. They looked, it was a different look. It had to be in a different look, a distinguished different look. Because because Columbus said, well, what's this here? Oh, well, shit, that's the one cats we be banging with down the street, man. You see what I'm saying? It captured. It was already here. This case is over, Garfield. I'm talking to Garfield because him and I signed up for this damn debate, and he ran like the coward that he is. All he do is run his mouth. Y'all can't even name me one debate Garfield has won. Name me some people. Who? Give me 3 people. You can't. He always run his mouth. His debates, he feel like he's winning is when he running his mouth on his damn platform and he got control of the buttons like his Pappy Sonetta. Like that wicked nigga Sonetta, the shit he do over there. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Got people over there talking about they can't say the Lions Den and JJ 7000 name. You'll never be able to stop that because you can't even stop saying my name. How you gonna say you hate the sound of my voice and then 2 days in a row you do 2 shows about JJ 7000 playing the audio of my voice? You sound like a goddamn fool. You love my voice. You love JJ, and you keep my goddamn name in your mouth. It's free publicity. All right? Now, there appears to be, like I say, they represented Priest Kings. We read that. I can read a little bit more, and hopefully somebody else want to get in, but I didn't want to really just take over the show. I just wanted to really show the gold tip spirit. But as you can see, the skulls and skeletons, if you go through this whole article, like here let's read this real quick. Arthur David and Hope Tep. So these are all the people that I brought in my presentation. And Garfield was trying to shoot him down before the debate, but then he realized once he got in the ring with JJ, it wasn't going to work out for him too well. Because I'm bringing the authors, I'm bringing the sources of reference, I'm bringing blacks and whites, Russians, people from all over the world that's verifying this. And what do you bring to the table? Nothing but your goddamn jerk chicken eating lip. That's what you bring. So listen, Arthur David Imhotep cites a number of scientists and scholars who have identified prehistoric skulls and skeletons of black people and Austro-Negrito types dating back as early as the 56,000 years ago. What the hell are we doing here? 56,000 years ago versus 1492. This conversation is over. One more time. Skulls and skeletons. David and Hotep cites a number of scientists, aboriginals. Y'all got a lot of explaining to do. And have identified prehistoric skulls and skeletons of black people from Austro-Negrito types dating back as early as 56,000 years ago and throughout the New World. This appears to be substantiated by more recent discoveries. Our focus here, however, is on the Negroid skulls and the skeletons that have been discovered at ancient and medieval New World sites. One of the world's most renowned craniologists, Professor Andres Rosinsky, revealed that the 42nd Congress of Americanas in America in September 1974 that African skulls, I mean, how many goddamn times we got to show you all this information and it's not sinking in, aboriginals? I mean, what the hell's going on? African skulls have been discovered at Olmec sites in Taltito, Cerrillo de las Mesias, and Monte Albán. Sounds like a good pizza, don't it? Yeah, let me get one of them. Tatarasil just called my Scotland. See. All right. Now, using standard scientific measurements. This is what we do at the Lions Den Academy of Education. We bring out the scientific measurements. And we bring in the skull shapes and the formations of the face. And as you can look on the screen, look at the formation of his face, ladies and gentlemen. This was even by a European or may I say a Russian guy. So there ain't no biases in him putting this together. Look at the lips on him. He can blow out a super mile away. He can blow he can blow out some hot soup a mile away with lips like that. I'm trying to tell you. Come on. You can't win this fight. You can't win it. It said it uses standard scientific measurements of the skull shape and the foundation of the face, Roshinsky found a clear prevalence of a total Negroid pattern, Garfield. This is why Garfield didn't show up to this debate with him and I. This is why. Because I had this type of information. And look at this guy. Let's keep it moving. Now, in the same vein, historians, I'm bringing out historians and anthropologists and craniologists all throughout this conversation, y'all. Garfield was going to bring nothing but his jerk chicken eating lip and his conjecture and leaning on his own ignorance of understanding. This is why he didn't show up. This is why they fear me over there at the House of Consciousness. This is why Sarnetta, in one voice, he don't want my name mentioned, but in the same voice, he got my name and that video of me speaking in the same video. The level of ignorance over there is at an all-time high. But let's keep it moving. Now, in the same vein, historian Frederick Peterson has written that we can trace the progress of man in Mexico without noting any definite old world influence during this period. This is 1000 to 650 BC, except a strong Negroid substance connected with the magicians of the old Mac. Y'all hear that? A strong, see what the magicians was over there, conjuring up stuff in their pots and, Lucky Charms and tricks. You see? It says a strong, see, y'all got to say that together with me. A strong, this is how you beat the debate, y'all. A strong Negroid substranium connected with the magicians of the old match. And see how the little number is by that? At the end of this article, it got number 27 where you can go find exactly where 7,000 getting this from. You see, finally in February of 1975, a team from the Smithsonian Institute reported the discovery of 2 Negroid, look, but they're popping up everywhere, y'all. Male skeletons in the grave in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Scientific analysis of the surrounding soil suggests that the skeleton date back about to 1250 AD. That beats 1420, 1492 any day. It's 1250 AD, 1250 years after Christ. 1250 years after Christ. You talking about 1492? What's wrong with this guy, man? This debate would have been over. He know it. What else we got, man? Y'all done got 7,000 heated up. Hold up, man. Well, let's just go to the conclusion of the whole situation, man. Y'all can check this article out about some of the brothers that put this together ourselves. Some of the brothers from the Nation of Islam that's paying homage to some of our people. You'll never find Garfield Reed or Uncle Wes and these guys doing something like that because they don't honor our people. They think that we're idiots, we're pseudos. They don't even love themselves. They fake like they love themselves. Black African power. Y'all remember Uncle just say that? You don't hear him saying no more. Now he's space age African, so he say. But then he puts down the black scholars. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Y'all still see the screen? All right. It says JJ7K, you should have definitely been debated. I've already beat these guys up on this information. I don't know why they go mess around with these good people, man. But I want to congratulate the brother REPHAIAH. We have got him 3 Aboriginal, two or three different guys lined up, and they all ran on this topic. So if any of you Aboriginal guys is out there listening, we want some of the top people y'all should send some of your top people in these tournaments and these debates because some of these guys right now, they ain't looking too good. I'm just going to be honest with you. And Garfield, don't you ever in your life challenge me on this topic. You dumb it in a box of rocks, and you know it. But we can continue to read it. But like I say, this wasn't about me. I really just was about this brother's debate. And, hope y'all learned something. But, anytime they come to y'all talking about Africans didn't come here before Christopher Columbus, basically saying that we was too dumb to come over here and build ships. Our ancestors, we just had to be caught up in change. You know what I'm saying? That's the assumption that they're bringing in. Yeah, the Aboriginal delusional shot one, and Afro-Asian 19. Welcome to the den, Timothy Goodwin. Salute to you. I'm sorry the brother didn't show up for his part of the debate, but REPHAIAH did. You know, he did his part of his obligation. We apologize to the Ultimate Debate League on part of the Lions Den on part of the Ultimate Debate League. I want y'all to know that's two separate entities. We apologize, you know, for the mix-up in scheduling. Some things happened behind the scenes where we got mixed up in scheduling because we were supposed to have another debate today, but we're going to do that tomorrow on the Lions Den. Let me make that clear so nobody gets confused. This debate tomorrow with Apostle and Brother Sa will be on the Lions Den where they did their preliminary. Okay? Now that we get that clear, there shouldn't be no confusion. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all be here. We already had a judge, brother. I got what's his name? Kareem? Brother Bailey. Yeah. So many names. But yeah, like I say, there's so much information on that topic. REPHAIAH, did you want to say anything? Do you want to, add more to this? Is there anything else that you want me to pull up that you was going to bring out?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I'm on the. I received a phone call and I had to come back in.
That's all good.
All right.
So you missed the
man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I want to challenge any abo that they are aboriginal to America. Any one of them. Like, I would love the big dog, what's his name? Dane Calloway. I want him.
Call him out. Hey, REPHAIAH, bringing the fire to the Aboriginal movement. He's not playing with y'all. He wants y'all to source up, show him some references.
All of you together against me.
He won about 3 or 4 of y'all. But I said, well, man, I didn't want you to. This is a tournament, so you can't take on 4 people at once. But that's what he wants. His brother will be moving on.
I'm challenging that you're Aboriginal to America. I challenge that.
Let's see, REPHAIAH, I don't know who you facing in the second round. It might be Aboriginal, it might be a Hebrew, it might be a Christian. We got to see who we got to line up with. But this brother's ready for war, ladies and gentlemen. He showed up to his debate. He was scared off his opponent before the debate. Remind me of some of the people I done like that, like Garfield, and, the Chris Harrises and guys like that who run their mouth, but then don't show up to the goddamn debate.
Now, being that they defaulted, can I get a song?
What'd you say, family?
Can I get a song?
For your next demonstration, you want to open a song?
Yeah, I want a song. It's a Bob Marley joint.
Yeah, well, we might get. It got to be something original because I don't know if
it is, brother. Heathen. Bob Marley, pull up.
No, but
Bob Marley, Heathen.
It's copyrights on that. It's original by him, but it's copyright. Yeah. See, that ain't gonna work.
I mean, we're not. Yeah. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. So we can't play his song.
Get struck down. It's look.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
One brother. We've been building groups for years now.
I got you.
You know how they come at us. We can't do.
Yeah.
We can't move like that.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Now, if you come up with an original song, yeah, but you can't like chase these crazy ball heads out of town. We can't play that.
Man.
Stern.
And like I said, I want all of the abos. I want them all.
You want all
of them. All of them.
Dane Calloway, we know you peeking in the bush.
I want him. Him. Yeah. Bring his motherfucking bearded ass on.
Okay, well, no, wait.
How you gonna be I'm sorry. How you gonna be a bearded Indian? You're a bearded Indian.
So wait a minute now. So is there different sets of these guys because some of them are claiming to be like Blackfoot, and then some of them say I'm Aboriginal, but as I say, well,
Man.
pride.
And you know I'm a truck driver, right? They say they come from the Grand Canyon. Some of them. And man, it's cold. Man, it's cold over there, bro. In the wintertime. It was like 6 degrees, man. And man, how did you survive over there? In the Grand Canyon. Then you got this guy Jamal something. He say he go through portables and in the Grand Canyon, and he comes out in West Africa. I said, man, you can save me some money. Man, I'm telling you, wrong.
When the Twilight Zone's
I ain't tell you no lie, bro. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make. I just spent $1,700 motherfucking dollars. I just spent $1,700, and you coming through.
Africa. Yeah. I wanted to debate that
guy. Man, some of them cats is cray, man. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, man. Some of them cray.
Oh man, they smoking them good peace pipes.
Man, now and usually I used to say, give me some. No, I don't want none of what you smoking, bro. you on that good high, man. I can't do it, man. Bro, he going in the Grand Canyon.
Bro. So
he going in the Grand Canyon and he coming out in West Africa. And you know I know people from Africa. And I'm like, man, I don't want my people in the coast to find this dude. When he come out, man, how much y'all let me know, man.
That is crazy, man.
And people be like, they observing that stuff, man. And they'll argue with you about it, man. Man. I'm like, wow, bro, that's a little too rich for me, man. I can't do it, man.
We got my brother Zion Warchild coming up with his debate with Golden Swords. We haven't really officially figured out exactly where that's going to be. But any debates that's coming out the lines there is much appreciated. If some of them are over here, we support them. If they're on the road, we follow them too. Yeah, like I say, at the end of the day, this tournament is every man for themselves. Everybody's fighting for the prize. But there's a certain element that we need to keep out of our ultimate debate league. And that's some of the things that's in the past. It's already established. We don't need that. Now, I'm talking in signals, so you hope the person that's listening know what I'm talking about. Because that person that's already established don't care about us because they want to stay at a certain position, don't want nobody to challenge them. We don't need that. We don't need the same type of energy and spirit coming into this. Because I seen at the end of one of these preliminaries, and that element came in there. It was a woman who cut and bringing that drama to our thing. So if you're listening and watching, I'm here to make this thing work. But I'm not going to bite my tongue when I see this element moving into something that's ours. That's real talk. Shout out to the Ultimate Debate League. Shout out to Black Jesus Ministries. Shout out to Clubhouse Streets. And shout out to the Lions Den. We putting this thing together. And we ain't let nobody come in between to mess it up. It's too much vested in it. It's too many people invested in it. It ain't about me. It ain't about you. It ain't about LV. It's about the people. You remember that? And that's what's going to keep us safe. Because other than that, it's these people out on the outside looking in that's trying to tear it down. Go ahead, REPHAIAH.
I'm going up in the store, man.
Well, congratulations.
Dude messed me all up, man. You know what I'm saying? He talked all that stuff. He talked all that. He gonna do this. He gonna do that.
Yeah, he did.
And this is second dude, man.
Yeah.
And I'm to the point right now. I want them all of them. Everybody who talking about you Abo, bring it. I challenge you to prove that you're Aboriginal to America, which came from Aboriginal Australia.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the definition that we pulled up. Aboriginal.
Yeah.
In your
I don't forget, brother. I don't forget.
In your preliminary. Y'all go watch the preliminary.
Yep.
And the brother was talking. He was talking greasy.
Yeah, that Aboriginal to America is something they just made up, bro. Because they trying to run from being African. Your black ass came from Africa. Sorry for my French. You came from Africa.
Well, Marquise Allen's in the audience. He said some of us are Aboriginal, so maybe you can have a discussion.
So prove it. Show your DNA. Show your DNA to prove it.
I mean, this ain't really my fight. All my fight was when this thing was, did Africans come to America before 1492? Because
yeah. But we freelancing right now, though, bro.
I know. I'm explaining. That's my fight. I mean, because then we ask them, okay, well, how come they didn't speak in the language? What language did the Aboriginals speak?
Well,
how did the people? Go ahead.
I can show you a dude that from South America that speaks the language of Ghana. But which Negro can prove that he speaks that language? Any Native American language. And I guarantee you, he just learned it if he did.
If they're Aboriginal to this, how did these other Indians take over and they get casinos and paperwork saying that they're Aborigines to this land?
Man, I know one thing. I ain't claiming to be no Abo until they're gonna give me some casino money for hotels. They got all them hotels and stuff all through the Midwest and the Southwest. You know, they didn't give us anything. We don't know a language. Language is kind of important. Somebody should know some type of language if we were here already. I mean, am I wrong about that?
Right.
Grandma said, we Indians. That ain't enough, brother.
Grandma said we Blackfoot. A lot of us ran with it.
And to be honest with you, Grandma didn't have a good education. She wasn't educated. You know what I'm saying? Who educated
her? Yeah. So I mean, I didn't know the Aboriginal movement had two different sets because some of them they be clashing with each other.
Yeah, I know. And then you got some of the ones that call themselves Bay and stuff, the Moors. Which I don't have a problem with that Moor thing. But don't pseudo me.
Did you grab your drops from underneath?
Well, if we ain't got enough, I mean, like I say, once again, brother, congratulations on the victory.
Man, just bring me some more. Some of them abos. I really want Dane Calloway. I've been on his set. He won't respond.
He ain't responding, man. He ain't I mean, just a basic. What you sent to me to show tonight.
Yeah.
That right there.
He has a thing where he says 98% of African Americans are indigenous to America, and DNA proves it.
Okay.
Go on that, and I ripped him.
Did he back it up?
No, he quotes Malcolm X. misquotes Malcolm X. And I'm like, bro, and he won't even respond to me. I want his big dumb self.
Well, let's get ready to close out, man. We've been on for 2 hours. You know what
All
I mean?
right.
Like, once again, brother, congratulations. You went on to the next round. You showed up. You did your part. Unfortunately, I could try to call the brother again, but I mean, what could he say? No. He playing games. Look. He texted me at 8:10 tomorrow. We said Monday. Come on, bro. We did not.
Man,
He keep playing.
I'm to the point where I won't even respond to him, man.
He said, "Can we do it Sunday?"
Nah, he got to find somebody else, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that.
Right, we got time.
I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
Just pay me $100, you know, for my time. Then I'll talk to you. People got things to do, man. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, come on, man. Look, I'm finna call him, see if he answers. Watch this. Come on, man. We both of us was witness on the phone because you like we could do it today. He was like, "Let's just go at the misscheduling."
Yo, he said 3:30.
3:30.
3:30.
Okay, man. Come on, man. Stop.
I changed my agenda for the 3:30. Then now it's not.
Hold on, REPHAIAH. Hello?
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. Hey, REPHAIAH, mute your mic because you got some music playing. Mute your
Oh,
mic.
I'm sorry.
Come on, bro. What happened, man?
We said we was going to do it on Monday at 9. We planned it and we said Monday at 9.
Remember we got on the phone with us. You like, we could do it. Yesterday, you got on the phone after we rescheduled it. You like, we could do it right now, or something like that. I'm like, well, I don't have the judge. We told the judge for tonight at 9. Tonight. And you agreed to that. Both of us was a witness to that. So I don't know if you misheard.
Yeah, we can do it right now. But you said now you rescheduled it. So you were saying 3 o'clock. So then I said, no, I can't do it at 3 o'clock. I got to do it at night.
So then I got the judge for tomorrow night, which is today. I said be here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Your time. Come on, all right, bro.
He said it, nigga.
Come on, man. We have witnesses. You heard it too, right?
I heard my damn.
Right, and this is somebody in the audience. And then REPHAIAH's right here. REPHAIAH, did you hear it?
I heard it.
REPHAIAH. Go ahead,
brother. He rescheduled so many times. I don't even want to talk to him, man. No more.
All right, man. Well, we moving on, man. Maybe you still could come by and do a presentation of your information, bro. There ain't no hard feelings. But we're gonna be professional about this. But we just can't keep changing on the times. Everybody got different schedules. So I was under the understanding is 3 people here heard a time. And but you know we didn't say Monday.
You said Monday, bro. Listen, I'm gonna explain the exact wording. I said I can't do it today because I gotta work, but I could do it later. You said nah, you rescheduled it. So then you said Sunday at 3. Then I was like, well, we can't do it at night. You said you already got a debate lined up, so you got to do it at 3.
The time was in his court, man.
Monday at 9.
Well, even when we called you at 3 today, you didn't even answer the phone, bro. You didn't even answer the phone at 3. You didn't even answer the phone at all, man.
Because I'm busy at 3. That's why I wasn't able to do it at 3.
Then why did you even schedule it? Because I got things to do too.
Yeah, man. Well, man, we like I said, man, we 3 people heard tonight 9. I don't know. I'm sorry, man, but we gotta.
You on live right now?
Yeah, we live right now, bro. You want to come on right now and prove that Africans didn't come to Columbia before 1492? The link is in the chat.
Give me a couple minutes. I'll jump up there.
Hey, he playing games, bro. 3 people heard him say, bro, we not doing that.
Bro, he knew what he was doing, man.
Yeah, he know what
he knew what he was doing.
Watching. Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, man. Yeah. That's crazy, man. And how many times we done worked around him, man? Come on, man. I'm not trying to air the brother. I'm being professional with it. You be professional back, bro. We didn't did this, and then you didn't even answer. We've been calling you for the last 2. Why ain't you answering the phone, bro? That's called communication. You just now getting back at us. Today's Sunday, right? We didn't. Last time I heard from him was 4:41 Saturday, and I've been calling him all day today.
Almost 2 days, my brother. Almost 2 days.
All right, come on, man. So yeah, we done, yeah, man. We done moved. Congratulations, bro. I mean, he come on and try to. I doubt if he could even. I mean, you got to prove that they didn't come in before 1492. I mean, he would have to debunk anything that was presented. Yeah, open knowledge. Yeah, the debate league is about any subject, bro. He said, "How much? I didn't know your debate league was like this. I love this. I can be any subject that seriously. JJ, keep doing what you do. Yeah, bro. It ain't just this. Ain't Lions ain't always been about different subjects. That's why we keep our swords sharp. We don't just, some people don't. They just want to talk about the Bible. No, I mean, the Bible's important to us. We'll bang with anybody. We'll bang with people. The Bible is a debate league. That's what it is.
Tell him I will only talk to him if he proves he's an old man.
All right, REPHAIAH. He said he coming on, but you already got the W, man. We ain't finna play no games like that. Come on, bro. Three different people heard you with the time you was here setting it up. But I give him 5 minutes. Other than that, man, I'm ready to shut it down. And y'all go ahead and check out Neo. Matter of fact, let me see. We're gonna play Neo and Baby Hebrew's debate. Yep, we got a debate for you. It went down the same time this did on Black Jesus show on Black Jesus Radio. I'll share that way y'all can see this debate. Sorry, it was a little confusing, so we didn't really get to promote that. That debate actually was scheduled at the last minute because 2 other people had dropped out. So, and it's hard, getting everybody on the same schedule. Like I said, we're working with 32 people. Everybody got their own stuff outside of this, and things come up, families, things. So we understand that. And then some people, I just think, may need a little bit more time to get the presentation together or whatever. But, it is what it is. We work around you at the Ultimate Debate League. We know people got a life. So I am not know you didn't miss the debate because the brother didn't show up, but it was we got another debate that we could show. So right here, if y'all want to stick around, let me go to Black Jesus channel and I can show you the debate of Neo Love versus Baby Hebrew. I know both of these brothers are Lion Den brothers, and so we out here doing this. And then also there was a preliminary today, Sister Christina versus Free Range. He's an atheist brother. So they're going to be having a debate. I don't know exactly where it's going to be at. They had their preliminary on Sarnetta, but y'all can, I ain't no hater. If y'all want to go over there and peek over there on that, hey, be my guest. But the debate hasn't been figured out to be over there. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. That's the reason why we doing this. All right. So yeah, Kareem, let me and hopefully that brother come on, just to see if he can prove a point. But let me go and find this debate on Black Jesus channel and see how that went. Because I hate that I missed it. I always support everybody. Let's see, where is it at? Here it is. All right. Hold up. Let's see. All right, let me share the screen. REPHAIAH, did you want to see anything? You cool with that? You good? You got any final words for him, or you want to stick around and see this other?
Man, my brother, this dude, man, he done pretty much pissed me off, man, because he kept, putting it off from here to there. So I'm just going to be freelance on it, and I want tell him to go get his master.
There you go, right here. He in the audience right now, but brother, the victory go to old boy, man, because you man, come on, bro. And then we kept calling you, man. I can show you how many times I done called. So,
put him in now. Put him in now. And I'll rip him right now. And I'm just going to freelance and rip.
Put the link in the channel. I can do it from my phone. Hold up. But as far as, man, this ain't how it's supposed to go, man. But you supposed to be in here. 3 people that heard the day you're supposed to be in. I've been calling you all day. We got to communicate, brother. Now you said we flipped the switch. Man, we're not going to do that, man. Yeah, man. All right. So we're going to see his information, but for let me find a link from my phone. Hold up. Let's see. Man. That's crazy. There you go. The link is in the chat, brother. Y'all see the link? Let me share my screen. Lord.
Prejudice.
Oh, okay, y'all can see the screen. Okay, cool. Yeah, y'all gotta be letting me know because I'll be peeking and peeking. Okay, all right, hold up.
Yeah, I can see it.
They're gonna do. Hold on. There goes ZABB. Just bro, man, come on, man. Your phone stopped working or what? What's going on?
Yeah, man. I'm to the people
your
in
phone
the
did
chat.
stop working.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just addressing the people in the chat. I was aware that it was supposed to be Monday. This is news to me that the debate was today. But it is what it is, though. I don't even got my slides and everything ready because I was going to put together a whole presentation with slides and pictures and all types of, information. But
you got to be ready.
Like you said, I could freestyle and I could just go off the top. But I really did want to put the slides.
We have. Okay, listen. I mean, I've been trying to call you. We've called you a lot, man. But I'll give you the opportunity. We're gonna go ahead and move on with him with the second round, brother. But we'll give you the opportunity to go ahead and share some of the information. Go off the dome or whatever. You're gonna prove that Africans didn't come here before 1492. Go ahead.
Well, okay, I'll go off the dome. I'll start off with this. The one instance that people use to prove or to show as evidence that Africans came to America, they often go to the Olmecs, right? So my question is,
So are you an Olmec? Are you an Olmec?
I thought I was presenting. I ain't know that you were going to be like jumping in and throwing me off.
My brother, you wasted like half a day of my time. So bring your information.
I wasn't the one that wasted your time. I was told it was Monday. I got it written down as Monday.
Man, bro, I don't know what you did.
Come on, man.
It was 3:30. It was 3:30 today at first. Then it changed. It changed a few times, bro.
Yeah,
it only changed once. We were supposed to do the debate on
Bring it
Saturday.
now.
I had to
Bring it right
reschedule.
now. Bring your
Bring it
information
now,
right
then.
now.
Bring it now.
Well, I was about to do my information, but you're gonna be jumping in and throwing me off
Okay.
like
All
you don't
right.
want
All
the
right.
information.
All right. I will. I will hush, and you bring your information.
All right, you
I
got
would
5
like for you
minutes.
to
Go
go
ahead,
on
bro.
mute, and then I'll bring the
Yes, sir.
information.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna start
Yeah,
trying
don't
to
be.
get the clock out. You
Yeah,
got.
I ain't trying to be. I say certain things and you get triggered.
All right, come
Like,
on, let's go.
relax.
Let's go. But I mean,
So, like I
Bro,
was
bring
saying,
it. Bring it. Bring it. I don't want all the side talk. Bring it. You
all
done
right,
waste my
fire.
time.
Okay, we're
you don't
fine.
gotta
You
be
already
triggered.
listen.
Just relax yourself.
Listen, you have already advanced. This is just for the people now, because like I said, we got 3 people who have already heard the time. We've been calling the brother. He didn't
It
even.
wasn't 3 people. The 3 people was me, you, and him.
My
So
cousin
that's
was
the
here.
3 people.
Listen. Hey, bro, I
So
heard
who's
it
the
too.
3 people on the
Stop
phone?
allowing him to stall. Let him bring his information.
All right, let's get back to the information. Let me just get back to what I was saying. So a lot of people like to refer to the Olmecs.
You got 5 minutes. Go.
All right. So my question is this: where are similar forms of Olmec heads in Africa? People are so attached to Africa, right, that even when I show and prove that there were black people, Negroid people, melanated people. Oh, let me see if I could find
How are you an Olmec, brother?
We're fine.
brother, you gonna be
You got. We're fine. Come on,
doing
let
that
him.
the whole
Let
you
him
gonna be
go.
doing that the whole
Please.
show?
Just let him go. You already got the.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
But
already.
he done wasted a lot of time, man.
Do his thing.
Yeah, well, I'm here right now, so we don't gotta worry about the time being wasted. I'm here right now, and that's all that really matters, bro. So, hold on. So we got Lucia right here, right? I just had to quickly.
Kareem, put it on the full screen so he can share, please.
Yeah, so like I was saying, even when I could show and prove that there were black people, Negroid people, melanated people, whatever you want to call it. But even when I show and prove that they were already here before 1492, we got people that will run to 90,000 years, 100,000 years, and run to the out of Africa theory via Australia just to connect it back to Africa. So they will run to however many thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years to try to connect back to Africa. And then when I ask you, okay, if you're going back to the out of Africa theory, 100,000 years, what African tribe or civilization you claiming back then as proof that you're connected to them today? So it's a religion. It's an African-centric religion designed as it was intended to mentally displace you and put you back in Africa. So never mind the fact that all your direct blood relatives, ancestors are buried here in America, your grandparents, your great grandparents, all your ancestors, your blood relatives are buried here in America, but you overlooking them as you try to go and connect to Africa. But what does that have to do with proving that there were black people in America before 1492? Let me show you. All right. So the point that they like to run to is the presence of African culture or traditions in America. But that's not proof that black people are from Africa. It is my position that black people in America and black people in Africa, black people in Europe, black people in Asia, all these black people are stationary. They didn't migrate or abandon their posts. They lived there. They always lived there since the birth of civilization, or as I like to call it, the point in which we as a species started to live in a civil manner as higher thinking, moral, and cognitive beings, and the point in which we as a species started being civil. So the entire earth was populated by black people who lived stationary, and thus began the age of civilization. So it is likely that my position is each aboriginal civilization may have traded with one another. and exchange cultures. So yes, it's plausible, but that can't be used as evidence that these people all come from an African civilization primarily. This is not proof. That's like me saying, if I traveled to Japan to buy some fabric, and while I was there, I fell in love with the Japanese culture, so I brought it back to America and incorporated it in my behavior. Obviously, that does not mean that I come from Japan. It only shows that I took a custom and maybe took that custom with me and I incorporated it in my traditions. So the African origin idea is a religion.
And time. That was 5 minutes. REPHAIAH, you got 5. I mean, like I said, this ain't not even no bait.
That was the dumbest shit that I ever fucking heard.
Go ahead. He got 5 minutes. Get the camera on REPHAIAH, please. He got 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Bro, I mean,
Hold on,
all right. He says science. What science?
Hold on. Go, Grim, whenever you're ready. Go ahead.
All right. Now he says science in one breath, and in the next breath he starts freelancing. You know what I'm saying? Now, what science is anything that he said? Just one statement. Anything that was scientific that he said. He came from. I want to know his origin. He's an Olmec. I want him to prove that he's an Olmec. And the guy has a big beard. He has a big beard. And
hold on, brother. It's his turn to speak for 5 minutes.
Aboriginal people.
All right. Well, show me scientifically that you're Aboriginal, brother.
Please listen. Y'all gotta listen to the model. Just
and then he got on me. He got on me because I was, and then I humbly.
Can you mute him, please? Can we get order? Hey, listen. All right, brother. Listen. You can't over both of y'all. Brother ZABB, he was speaking in his 5 minutes and you cut in. So I got to start his time.
Yeah, I apologize. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Now
like I said, I do want to say I'm freestyling because, like I said, I was thinking it was going to be Monday, so I was going to put together some shit. But if you want to see signs, I'll show you signs. Because, this is my presentation. So let me just pull up some signs for you real quick.
Yeah, but it's his turn. It's his
pull
turn.
that up. Pull that up. Okay, and the average.
I thought we went on times and all of that. I thought we just.
Hey, yo. So he can cut me off. He can cut me off, but I can't. I can't speak.
Hey, REPHAIAH, please. Can I speak?
Okay.
Y'all gotta listen to me, please. I'm trying to get y'all over talking. Okay, since this ain't a debate, y'all can freestyle. Y'all can go over talk with each other. REPHAIAH, you already won. There's 3 people that know that we signed up for this date. We've been calling for 2 days straight, so y'all can just freestyle. I'm not gonna try to organize it. Y'all go ahead and do what you do because y'all ain't gonna listen to me.
Actually, you know what?
Go ahead.
I'm
quiet now.
If I can I share a video I made on my Aboriginal channel? I put that video up like 2 days ago. I got a lot of science in it. That'll be my presentation right there because I got another channel, but I focus on tech on that one. So let me share this video I made where I go over a little bit of science. And fortunately, it's only 5 minutes long.
Bro, you gotta listen. Hold on. So what you did, you went for 5 minutes, and then when it was his turn, you jumped in, and now you want to share a video. So REPHAIAH, if you're gonna let them gangster your time, that's on you. I'm gonna let y'all go just because this ain't.
We're not debating though. Like we won. You got the W.
Bro.
I'm done.
Bro. Let him do what he want to do. And when he bring the science, then I'll wake back up. I'll wake up when he brings science.
I got the video right here for you, JJ. Go ahead.
Man, you sued.
So this is a video I put up like 3 days ago. Let me pull it up for y'all.
A few thousand years. The human story didn't start just a few thousand years ago. We've been rocking this planet for at least 300,000 years.
Oh my God.
Possibly even longer. When someone says paleo, you might picture a time of marauding dinosaurs thanks to Hollywood films. But guess what? Paleo actually refers to a period in history. It's like pressing the rewind button on life. Before Europeans and Africans started documenting things of this era of humanity around 6000 BC, or before Christ, or what I call the Christian era of understanding how we calculate time. Now, here's a jaw dropper. The idea that humans migrated to America via the Bering Strait wasn't cooked up solely to explain the Asian looking folks on American reservations. It was concocted to attempt to make sense of the complex web of connections between different populations, such as earlier inhabitants, the Aboriginal people. So grab your speculation goggles, because scientists can't agree on an exact date. They toss around estimates like a game of hot potatoes, with the current date being an estimate of 12,000 to 15,000 years ago for people in the Americas. But who needs precision when you can embrace historical mysteries? Now get ready for a mind-boggling riddle. When did humans first step foot on American soil? First, let's talk evidence, because that's where the real fun begins. Evidence such as the fossils of Naya and Lucia. When scientists took the physical skull structures of fossils like these, which they dated back to around 15,000 years ago, which is the same time period they say the Native Americans were crossing the Bering Strait. So they recreated what they looked like. Guess what the results were? They're none other than so-called American Negroes. The Lucia discovery left researchers and scholars shell-shocked, but here's where things get intriguing. The museum holding the fossil mysteriously went up in flames, almost as if someone was trying to bury this piece of evidence. Now, why on earth would anyone attempt such a cover-up? It's a question that tickles the mind. Now, let's swing our focus to the Amazon rainforest, nature's wildest playground. It boasts the most biodiverse collection of life forms on our glorious planet. With such a rich tapestry of species, it only makes sense that life originated in Brazil. Move over, Africa. And this is precisely why we see more advanced pyramid cities and empires in America than anywhere else on Earth. America is literally a tropical paradise of architectural marvels. Now, I must admit, pinpointing an exact date to when history started in America would be like trying to catch a squirrel on roller skates. However, I can shed some light on the fact that the so-called American Negro has deep roots in America. We were here long before those Europeans, included the renowned explorer Columbus and the Viking Leif Erikson, ever set foot on these lands. And let's not forget about the Chinese admiral Zheng He. Following in the footsteps of the earlier Mongoloid invasions, which landed them on the prairies. And even before the Slavic slaves were introduced, we were already thriving. Wall depictions, murals, statues, and oral history all depict the American Negroes, which are Black and Latin, all throughout the Americas, which serve as evidence that we were here before. The human story.
So, like I was saying, brother, I had a whole bunch of shit for you, man. Like, you lucky that you dodged this bullet, because I would have killed you with the slides alone.
My dude, that was the most hideous piece of bullshit that I've fucking ever heard. and you think that shit is good.
Hold up, man.
Yeah, but you want to know what? You
I'm
can't
trying to figure
disprove
out how did
nothing.
that prove that Africans didn't come here before 1492? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That is the name of this, bro.
What the fuck was that? Bring Dan Calloway, bro. Bring him. Bring him himself. And now I'm gonna tell you one of his sources. He
JJ,
says
it's no evidence.
98% of
No
African
evidence that
Americans.
Africans came here, and there's
I
no
listened to
evidence.
that fucking video and I wanted to puke. So let me speak, okay?
But you know what? Since I got up here,
98%.
He
He says.
you gotta show him respect, bro. He listened to your part for 5 minutes. Can he speak?
Well, all he's doing is complaining.
No, let him get it out because
I want to hear
bro,
him
let him get it
present.
out, please. Come on, man. Have respect. Come on, let him get it out.
He has a video. Thing says 98% of African Americans are indeed native to America, and DNA confirms this. Right or wrong? Does he have that, sir? Does he have that video saying that?
You asking me about Dan Calloway? I don't.
I'm asking. Yes, because you brought him up. So
I never brought up Dan Calloway. Dan Calloway never came out my
that
mouth.
video was Dan Calloway.
That was
Dan
my
Calloway.
video, dummy. I made that video. I don't know about no Dan Calloway.
You use your own source.
Show me the source, man. Show me the source. Show me the source.
Source for what?
Primary source for that video.
What portion of it you want to see the primary source for?
Man, start with the first shit that you said. The first doo-doo out your mouth.
Okay, the first thing I showed was the Naya fossil and the Lucia fossils that they found.
Okay, and okay, they're Melanesian, correct?
No,
like
they're American.
some of that.
They were found in America. They're
okay,
American.
all right. What is the average African American? It's E1B1A DNA, correct? Am I correct?
What does that prove?
Am I correct? Yes or no?
I wouldn't know. You're the one.
Well, then shut the fuck up. Bye. Get the fuck out of here, man.
You're not proving that black people were not here, or you're not proving that Africans came here before 1492.
JJ, this dude is catching the wave,
You have
man.
to prove. You got to show proof that Africans came to America before 1492.
We already did that, bro. While you was doing whatever you was doing.
You can't use the Olmecs though, because the Olmecs are not African.
I ain't saying nothing about no Olmecs, bro.
So what is your?
I'm talking about the gold spears, bro. And like I say, I'm not gonna be honest, bro. You playing games, bro. We called you all day. We set the debate for today at 9. I went and got the judge. The judge, he was even in the audience.
Yeah, he come happy, come lucky, and then now he's making up stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you get ready to pop up, so that ain't how it's working.
I'm not making up the fossil records. I'm not making up the murals, the depictions of.
Okay, give me the DNA, of the fossil records. Give me the DNA of the fossil records, my brother.
You want the DNA of Lucia? All right, I got you right now.
Is it E1B and 1A? No, it's not, bro. I already know this, man. Stop playing games with me.
Well, I got you. Lucia is not an African.
Is the average African American E1B1A? Yes or no?
Probably so, but that doesn't prove that we all came from Africa.
So the majority of us, so you're unique, is what you're saying. You have a different thing.
Even if we got 100%,
do you have a different DNA, brother? Do you have a different DNA?
Even if
do you have a different DNA, brother?
Even if I got the same DNA, the logic you're making still doesn't prove
I
that
ain't doing
Africans
logic. I'm
came
doing
here
science, man.
before
And you
first
telling
planet
me
Earth.
science. You telling me you going for science, but then you're trying to skip like Jim Nash.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying, brother. I
Bro,
think
yeah, I understand very
you're going
well,
over
man.
your head.
That you're trying to dodge. Are you E1B1A or have you done your DNA?
I don't know. I never did my DNA,
You
but
don't know. So why are
how
we
would
having
that
this
prove?
conversation if you don't know?
So is the debate about if I got E1B1 or whatever DNA haplogroup? What does that do? What
The
does that
debate
prove?
You
ain't
asking me,
over, bro. Come on, hold on.
bro? You telling me about Olmecs and shit, and then
Real quick. The
This
debate
man is
over, man.
triggered.
I know because he mad about the time that he wasted showing up. Look, I'm an ex-debater, and the build-up is something else to a debate. And then when they don't show up, it's like the air is let out of the cell, brother. For real. So all I'm saying, bro, this is just a conversation now. We moved forward. We waited on you. We called. But at least you did come up to show up for a conversation. So go ahead. So now he's asking you a question about whatever he just asked you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he's running to DNA, and I guess his logic is if I have DNA
man,
found in
bro,
Africans,
you act like Spock.
then by that logic,
It's just logical.
that means that I'm African, and that all black people are from Africa. I'm
So
saying that
then
logic.
show me where you came from, brother. Show me your Olmec. Show me your Olmec.
I don't have to be
Thing.
Olmec. The debate isn't about me as an individual.
Bro,
The
the
debate
debate is already
is
gone,
about
man.
where
We
black
we
people.
going somewhere else now.
All right, I got you. But hear me out. Just hear me out for a second. Think about what I'm saying. I could be a Chinese person having this debate with you. Me as an individual doesn't disprove that black Aboriginal people were here since the advent of civilization. It doesn't have to connect to me for that objective truth to be a reality. You keep trying to make it about me. I'm presenting you an objective truth, and I presenting you
No, you
fossil record
saying
and
something,
proof.
and then you're trying to connect yourself. You're
No,
saying
you're
something.
trying to connect me to my logical argument. I'm saying you got to detach me from the argument that I'm making, which is Aboriginal people were in America before the Africans got here.
Okay, where did the Aboriginal people come from?
From America.
From America. They was just
They
here.
didn't have to come
They
from
sprung up.
anywhere because they
They
were always present in America since the advent
okay.
of civilization.
All right, now give me a primary source for that information.
The primary source would be the actual depictions and the
I don't want the picture.
remains
I want
of
a
civilization.
primary source. Do you understand what a
The
primary
primary
source
source
is?
is the presence of the remains of the civilizations that's still in
Okay,
America.
it was documented by
That's the
whom?
primary source. You know what a primary source is? The primary source is the
Who documented?
actual.
Who documented it?
A document is a secondary source. The primary
Okay.
source is the actual relics, artifacts, and depictions, murals,
And somebody had to document it
mounds,
correctly.
pyramids, fossils. That's the primary source, and I can show them to you. You want me to show you the primary sources, the remains, the relics, the fossils, the pyramids? I can
Yeah, the
show you all of that
fossils.
right now.
Okay, yeah, the fossils. All
I'm
right.
gonna
And
grab
now,
it again.
can you connect yourself to the fossils?
I do not have to connect myself to those fossils
Why not? Why
because
not?
those fossils
Why
are
not?
still
Why not? Why
Aboriginal
not?
people.
Why
Because that's not the
why
debate.
don't you have to connect
The
yourself to the
debate.
fossils?
The
If
debate
you
isn't
say
am I.
I got fossils now,
Listen, hear what
but you
I'm
don't
saying.
have to connect yourself to it.
That's what I'm saying, brother.
They're just fossils there, but I can't connect myself to it.
The debate isn't am I a Olmec. The debate is we're Aboriginal people, in America.
Okay, so which
For the Africans
Aboriginal
out
are
here.
you?
I
Which
can make the
Aboriginal
same
are you?
argument.
Which
I can
which
make.
Aboriginal are you then, brother?
Don't worry about me. That's not the debate. I can make the same argument that
Man, I ain't gotta
Aboriginal.
worry about it. But you telling me that you some Aboriginal, but
Hear what I'm
just
saying?
Hold up, man.
I
Hold
must
up. Whoa.
I gotta
Hold up.
accept
Everybody
that.
stop for a
Hear what
second.
I'm saying? I can make the same
Whoa,
argument that
stop for 1
Aboriginal
second,
people.
please. Y'all gotta have some discipline, please. Wait a minute now. You mean to tell me he can't ask you what Aboriginal sect you come from?
I must just accept that.
Ask that question again, Raphael. I think
Man, which Aboriginal you say you Aboriginal? I can't ask you what Aboriginal you are and what language you speak.
Yeah, I'm an American. The American
Okay,
people predate the
what
European.
do you speak a language? Or
Well,
what did
today
you do? Did you do sign language?
you're asking questions that's besides the fact. You understand that?
Man, can you show me any other place that there are Aboriginals that don't speak any native language? Any other place, please?
Shit, you got Aboriginal Australians who are speaking English now because they lost their
But they
culture due
still
to the
speak
British.
some
No, not
native
all of them.
languages.
Not all of them.
But
Not all of them.
none of us,
Some of them
none
now
of us
speak
speak.
English.
None of us do.
This shit is going over your head, and it's sad.
Man, a basic
ladies and
question,
gentlemen,
bro.
we're gonna go ahead and we've been on for 2 hours and 35 minutes. Like I say, this ain't going nowhere. We already know the debate.
Hey man, do you have an Aboriginal tribe with beards? I noticed you got a big beard. Can you show me some pictures of some
So
Aboriginals with big beards?
you saying that a beard is proof that I'm an African?
Yes.
Hey, hold on. I need both of y'all. Wait a minute. I need both of y'all to be quiet.
Show me an African.
Okay.
Listen, bro. Both of
Okay.
y'all. Listen, damn. Am I here just speaking to myself? This shit is harder than what y'all think, the people in the audience. But let me just say something to the people in the audience just talking. Babylon done. This brother showed up late for the debate. This brother, we already 3 people confirmed the time.
It's not no
He
the 3
has to
people.
prove.
I'm one of the 3 people though, JJ.
No, listen, no, I had my cousin was sitting right here. The one that said I heard it too. He was sitting here.
It was 3 people on the phone. It was me, you,
and one
this
person that
brother right
listened
here.
to me right here sitting at the goddamn table. I'm trying to tell
All
you.
right, well, so he was
all
sitting
3
there
of us
and
got
heard
it.
it. I got you, but I heard Monday.
All 3 of us heard the time. We got it wrong. You the only one that got it right. You rescheduled a couple times, bro.
I rescheduled it once, JJ.
Okay, listen. You're here to prove that Africans did not come here before 1492. That wasn't supposed to be what you were supposed to be bringing to the debate.
Yeah. So when let me ask you a question, JJ. If I show you that there's fossil records via the Luzia fossil, the Naya fossil, I was going to bring up the Kennewick Man fossil and a bunch of other fossils that were found here in America, right? Then I was going to show you civilizations in America that don't got nothing to do with Africa. All these civilizations and these fossils and the artifacts predate
Since
Europeans
you can't play, bro,
coming here.
let me show you his article he brought out, man, because we're not going to play no games. And you're going to disprove his article because we're not going to do this. Because you have to prove him wrong.
Sir Ivan Sertima has been
Let me show you his article.
disproven.
Let me show you his article. Let me show you his article he brought. You want to see his article? Because we're not going to do this, man. The debate's over, bro. You showed up late. You played games. You didn't answer the phone. We called you all day. We was on the phone.
Because I was busy.
A judge.
Because I thought it was going to be Monday.
Boy, nobody. We said Sunday, bro. We didn't say Monday.
No, we said Monday,
bro. You playing games.
What is Luzia's DNA haplogroup?
Her DNA haplogroup.
Yes, sir. I didn't stutter.
I need to share my screen.
It's irrelevant because she was found here in America.
Okay, so how do you connect yourself to her? How do you connect yourself to Luzia?
Connect myself to her. She doesn't have to be my great grandmother. She's still an American found here in America.
So now I'm gonna ask you this question. There are 2 people that and there's many more Are you familiar with Bilal Muhammad?
No, I've never heard of that brother.
Okay, he's from West Africa. He was taken here in slavery. All right, and one of my best friends is a descendant of him. He spoke Arabic, and there's another one, Omar ibn Said. All right, and he has a journal. Anybody can look this up right now.
Well, let me just state something, because I got to make this clear, because I think you got me mistaken. I'm not.
Okay, what am I
I'm not one of
mistaken,
these
brother?
dudes. I'm not one of these dudes that say Africans weren't brought here.
Okay,
I've never.
how do we make the
But they were
distinction?
brought here after 1492.
So
Some of them were brought here after 1492. Yeah, I'll be a fool
well,
to say that never happened.
all right, but before
But
you was here,
however,
we
as a
already
whole,
determined that Africans came here before 1492.
no, you haven't done so. I want you to
Well,
agree
I
that
know you wouldn't
you're
know because
referring
you
to
wasn't there, because
Ivan Sertima. Ivan
you
Sertima was making
didn't
some
make your
speculation. He got debunked.
Leo Weiner. Pull up
Ivan
Leo Weiner,
Sertima
brother.
doesn't have any concrete evidence. All he has is
So
assumptions
how did the
based on
gold tip spears
similarities.
get? How did the
But
gold
those
tip spears?
similarities is only one way, because you can't show me Olmec heads or
Brother,
any
he asked
kind
you a
of
question. He said,
instances.
"How did the Spears get here?" You just gonna over
Those
talk him? He
spears
asked you a
are
question.
similar. They're not the same. You got to show me
Prove
They're
it.
that the spear
African gold, brother. They're African gold.
gold is also found in the Americas.
I don't care. Cool,
Gold is
but
present in the Americas.
this gold
You never
was
heard of El
determined.
Dorado? That's America, the city of
Man,
gold. You never heard of the Mayans?
JJ,
The Mayans,
dude, man.
the Mayans had gold
Yeah, we're
ornament.
getting ready to end this, man. This is. I'm not gonna let it turn
You
into a
can't
clown
say
show.
that gold, because there was gold present
Bro,
on spears.
it's
That's
over.
proof that
Done.
they came from Africa. That's a weak argument.
Well, did they prove it wrong then?
I don't have to prove it wrong. I
Okay,
can
that was
show
some
you
Why
that
you
gold
don't? Why you
is
don't have to
produced
prove it
in
wrong, brother?
America.
Come on,
Because
Karima,
gold
Why
is
don't you
produced
have to prove it
in
wrong?
America.
Okay, you know what? Next time I'm gonna make the Karima, get him. Hold up. This is done. This is it, bro. You here for confusion? I can see straight through you. You watched the whole presentation. You were in the audience. You were watching from afar. You were watching, bro.
I wasn't.
Yo,
I really wasn't. I came up when I saw that y'all did it, but I know that Ivan Sertima
he
has
gonna
been.
say that
That's
he
the
can
only
say
thing
whatever
he'll
he
run to
wants,
is
and
Ivan Sertima.
then I have to prove to his
Your only
standards.
evidence is Ivan Sertima, and Ivan Sertima been.
How do you know that? How do you know
Weiner.
Ivan Van Sertima when you wasn't here? So hold up, bro. Hold up. It's fine. This either you were watching and you were hiding. You knew he called you all day. You didn't answer the phone. That's poor communication.
I
So you're
definitely
not about to
wasn't
come up
hiding,
here.
but
No,
I
bro,
know.
bro, you finna go. Bro, you finna go. You gotta go, bro. And I'm not gonna let you turn this to a clown show, bro, because you were watching. We called you all day, but all of a sudden, when we get ready to end at the 2-hour mark, all of a sudden now you here? Bro, you were watching, you playing games. You're not gonna try to play with us and tell us we knew. All of us agreed at this time, 9 p.m. We had a judge.
It was 3:30 at first.
Yep. So, bro, you're not gonna do this, bro. That's disingenuous, man. And so we
Then
finna
he
go ahead and
then he tries to over talk me.
I'm not gonna do this, bro. I'm not gonna do this. So, Kareem, let's go ahead and end this with a song. Let's get up out of here, man. Bro, you being disingenuous, man. You trying to act like we didn't know what time it started, bro. Come on, man. We got 3 people. My cousin was sitting right here listening to the whole conversation. I heard it. REPHAIAH heard it. I called the judge at this time so we could have for this discussion. He said he'll be here at 9.
Then I'm clowning your cousin about the Lakers.
The Lakers, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so the debate. I mean, people in the audience, man. You know, you said quit your whining, Shaw. I mean, you got people like I Am Mana. She got your back. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess she misunderstood the information in the front, but you got a supporter here. But all I'm saying, bro, you got to show up on time, and we were here, man.
All right, let me make my closing argument.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna be quick
Man, you
and
ain't got
sweet.
no argument, man.
Yeah, just let him be respectful. And let him.
Man, he wasn't disrespectful. Every time I talk, he tries to cut me off.
I know.
But I'm gonna give him that respect.
We gonna give him that, man. But yeah, you play games with us, bro. Go ahead.
So you notice how they're saying I'm playing games, I'm being funny,
Man, get to your point, man.
I'm a this, I'm a that. I showed you a brief example of what I would have done had they kept the proper date that we agreed to. He was supposed to prove or disprove my argument. All he did repeatedly was ask me about my DNA. He didn't show any evidence that there were Africans in America prior to 1492. All he did was complain. He showed absolutely nothing. You got off easy. I would have demolished you in this debate. And that,
bro, you just came on the set, bro.
Up here, JJ.
The information has been shared, man, before you came here. You're late to class, son. You get demeritated.
He already showed the information he wanted to show at the beginning, and it's some pretty good stuff, bro. You have to go back and debunk that.
How are you gonna tell me what I didn't share when you wasn't here, brother?
If by means of
make me understand. Make me understand how are you psychic or something? You got a crystal ball?
JJ just brought up I've inserted
you just said that I didn't show anything and you wasn't here. How? Please tell me how. How can you establish what I didn't show when you wasn't here? Please make me understand.
Because if your proof was that Sir Ivan inserted my argument, then I would have.
Bro, do you have a crystal ball? I didn't say anything about. Did anybody hear me say anything about Ivan Sertim?
Well, you're right. I don't know your evidence because all you did
then shut the fuck up
and giggle and joke around and curse and have no control of the whole debate.
This is why I was ready to end it because temperatures is getting hot. The brother, like I say, man, you showed up late. Let me get ready to end.
And he's telling me what I didn't share, and he wasn't even here.
He must have been peeking. So yeah.
Now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna watch and see what your argument was, since you don't want to say it right now.
Yeah, he was in the chat. He was peeking around. Sister Hazel see it. Everybody.
A Pikachu. I call them a Pikachu.
All right, check it out. So we're gonna move on from this because I don't want it to get too disrespectful. I mean, maybe y'all can build on a different topic some other time. Right now, we get the tournament going.
Hopefully, he actually has an argument and not just giggling and.
Bro, you on the real, man. We just really talking. You really don't even have nothing to say to me, man.
Yeah.
You know, you don't keep your word.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. So listen, we're gonna go ahead and peek in on. If y'all got time, if y'all want, we can peek in on Neo Love and Baby Hebrew, two other Lions Den members that are out in the tournament. They're doing a debate on Black Jesus Radio's Black Jesus Minister channel. I can share that and we can see how that debate went.
Okay.
I don't want this to get out of hand. I'm sorry, but if you wasn't here, I mean, sister, the brother been playing games. I mean, so the brother is a little heated. I know we still got to be respectful to each other, so I don't want to. These two brothers, I just want to let's talk about something else. I don't want this to be FMF. I don't want to do that. All right, because I mean, people watching.
And I humbly apologize, but I was there, man, for hours.
Yeah, that's true. I appreciate it.
And I apologize for that, but I truly thought it was Monday. I was putting together my presentation. I was going to go in.
Well, you know what, brother? You're more welcome to come over here and do a presentation. And then everything don't have to be a debate.
I do have one. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Because
We're gonna go
I
ahead and
was
move.
trying to
Well,
gather.
we
He
can go ahead.
wants to see some scientific evidence. So let me just show this real quick.
All right,
That a
man.
lot
Let
of
me
people
see
don't
what
talk
you got, man.
about,
All
right?
right. All right. Let me see what you got. Hold up.
This is the source. The source is Cambridge University.
Uh-huh.
It was a team. It was a panel of different scientists, archaeologists, scholars, and they were talking about the interregional slave trade that was going on in the Americas between the years 1820 and 1860. Well, actually, it's between 1790 and 1860. So let me read it for you real quick, and I'm gonna show you why this further makes my argument.
Between 1790
and 1860, approximately 835,000 slaves moved from the exporting areas to the important areas of the United States, and it shows the source for this. Then it says an estimate more than 1 million slaves entered the interstate migration between 1790 and 1860. So what they're saying is a lot of the slaves, at least 1 million of them, came from the Americas. So they were taking central and southern black melanated people, and they were transporting them as slaves. Not from Africa. They were transporting Native Americans via the slave trade. And it has a bunch of other sources for this. You have...
Okay, my brother. Check it out. Check it out.
Let me finish. For other estimates of the migration of slaves or blacks within the United States, see Collins' Domestic Slave Trade page, and it has the source. Then it has slave trade in another book, another source, Lang effects. And then it also goes into this is a painful part of history, the breeding farms that were present in places like Brazil and Belize, because a lot of people were bred here in America. Now it says these slaves either moved with their owners as a whole to plantations or were brought by inter-regional traders and shipped to the lower south. So there was a lot of transportation of Americans to other spots in America. You understand what I'm saying? But fundamentally, that's still inside America, not from Africa.
17 in the 1700s, right? Right? Now, when did the slave trade start, brother?
Slavery has been part of humanity since
I asked you the date when slave trade started, brother.
What slave trade?
When did the slave trade start, brother? When did the slave
What
trade
slave trade
start,
are you talking about? Because slavery has been a part of humanity since the advent of time.
JJ, bro. When did the slave trade start, man?
I do not accept the premise of...
But we must accept your premise, though.
No, I'm showing you the source. You don't gotta accept my premise. I'm just showing you the source.
So I'll just ask you a simple question. When did the slave? You acknowledge that some people came from Africa. Can you stop cutting me off, brother? Can you stop cutting me off?
The slave trade started. Is it 1492? Is it 1492?
No. So there was a slave trade going on before that, JJ. You'll
What
be
year was that?
incorrect if you put it at 1492.
Calm down, everybody. Come on, let's build. What year?
The advent of slavery in humanity
Okay,
been
now.
going on.
All right. So now, how does the 1700 prove your case? When there were slaves coming over in the 1400s.
No, it's showing you.
Riddle me this.
It's showing you that a lot of the black people that were being transported all over the Americas were other Americans, especially when you think to the fact
Okay,
that
and 1700 proves that against 1400. That's your proof.
Let me make my
Yes,
point.
sir.
This is a crucial point.
Yes, sir. And
when you look at
yes,
the fact that places like the Caribbean, Central America, and Southern America, where darker skinned people are, people like me and you, the fact that they were transported all around America accounts for a lot of the slave trade that was going on.
Okay,
That's why
are
you're
you
not going to find any
familiar with?
slaves coming
All
from
right.
Africa over here.
Okay, check this out. Check this out. My ancestors came from West Central Africa to Jamaica to Virginia.
Yeah, but a
All
lot of the
right.
slaves that came over here were Slavic, white European slaves. A lot of.
What are you telling me that for, bro? What does that have to do with us?
I'm showing you that slavery.
What are you telling me
more
about the white boy
complex.
for? I ain't
It's
asked you
more
about the white
no, I'm
boy.
saying it's
Nobody
more
don't want to hear about the
complex.
white boy.
However,
We want to know
slavery
about our
you
people.
can't use slavery as evidence that we all
Why,
came from
why are
Africa.
you
Is what
telling
I'm
us
saying.
about the Slavic
Slavery
people?
because can't
This is
use
about us.
slavery as
This is
evidence. Can't use slavery as evidence that we all came from Africa. A lot of people like to refer
okay.
to
So
the
show me
slave
a
trade.
DNA group.
I'm saying
Show
that,
me something, man.
and then you running
Show me
back to
something.
DNA. You keep running back to
So
DNA.
what?
DNA.
So what
It's
is
not
your
a
proof,
DNA
man?
argument.
How do you?
Did you
How
hold
do you
up? I asked
different?
a question. Hold on. You said the fossil Lucy was from America?
No, Brazil.
No, Ethiopia.
No, Lucia, not Lucy.
He's talking about
Lucia.
Lucia.
Lucia, not
Oh,
Lucy.
okay. Oh, okay.
There's more than one fossil. You got Naya, you got
And
Kennewick
she's
Man,
a
you got
yeah,
Cheddar Man.
and
These are all black people. Go look it up. It's very interesting stuff.
man, yeah, I got it, bro. And
I'm not
I
talking to
already
you. I'm
sent
talking to
it.
Black Beauty. You got a
Yeah,
religious.
you gotta let them talk. You gotta let them talk, even though you don't like, because people
Well,
are
he don't
listening.
let me talk.
Hold
He
on.
don't let me
I'm
talk though.
talking. But I'm talking though. Like I'm
I
saying,
got you, sis.
I understand. This is what I'm saying to both of y'all, because people are listening and y'all bumping heads and they can't hear both of y'all at the same time. So I'm just saying one at a time. Thank you.
But I let him talk, and then he cuts me off.
Whoa, real quick.
I understand that. I understand that, but that's not gonna help us listening
All right,
to y'all.
hold on. Let me get some more real quick. And see, y'all both of them are jumping over a whole bunch of different topics. It ain't just a topic. Just so the people in the audience know, they're not talking about the Africans coming before 1492 no more. It's like prove your Aboriginal. It's like it's not a set topic anymore. I thought we were talking about one of y'all was proving that Africans came from 1492, and the other one was supposed to be proven that it's not. But I've seen one prove that it came before the 1492. The other person, I haven't seen any proof. I'm waiting for you, brother. I'm being honest as I can. I'm being out the way. I need you to show the audience what you was going to bring to show that Africans couldn't have came here before 1492. You haven't done that. This is why when you do these debates, you have to stick to the topic. Did Africans, this is the topic, did Africans come to the Americas before 1492? Now, before you wasn't here. The brother gave me an article to share for him. And that's what it was. He also was talking about it. You see?
And he wasn't here, and he tells me that I didn't share, And I'm
Right,
like,
so let's get back on point. Right. I got it refine. So I'm asking you, can you prove something? Say, wait a minute, no.
Well, if he would have did the debate, JJ, I would have used the lack of any historical records that Africans came here. There is none. There's absolutely no historical records that
well,
Africans
how
came
can
here.
you know this when you didn't show up, brother?
And then I would have referred, he likes to go to genetics. There's no genetics showing that Africans were here prior to 1492. You can't prove a lot of stuff with genetics. So I don't know why people would even use that argument. And then the other point I would show is the archaeological evidence.
Stop there. What is so special about the year 1492? How come they couldn't have came in 1491 or 1490? What is so special about 1492? Tell the audience that.
1492 was the year recorded that they say Christopher Columbus landed in Dominica.
And what did?
Hold on. Now, in the beginning of the show, he showed a journal of Columbus speaking about to these natives that are already here. So who is these darker skinned people? And they were talking about the spirits and all that type of stuff. So let's start right there.
And he said they came from the southeast.
So let's start right there. Southeast. Can you prove that wrong?
No, that was correct. Those Aboriginal people were they were indigenous to America. They're not Africans. They're indigenous to America, not Africans.
Let me pull up the article. So let's just do this. Come on, because this is just going. This ain't getting nowhere, and it's starting to get me like it's starting to
But JJ, you would have to show me that those indigenous people are African. That's impossible to do so because they're not.
So the Southeast, what would they mean by that?
So and now, how do you? Where did they come from?
Southeast.
They came from the Southeast. Is that
Southeast is a direction?
Okay.
Are they referring to Southeast America? Or are they referring?
So
the fact that they never.
Okay, listen. In that article, when they did the test, it said that came from Africa, Guinea.
Right.
So
right.
Now, how do you disprove that? Because because those spirits was in America before 1492. Because this is what was written down. Now they're saying that those spirits, when they got them tested, when he sent them back, when he sent them to Spain, they got tested. It said that they came from Africa. Now you would have to prove that wrong, and that would win your case. So go ahead, brother. Let's start there. Go ahead, brother. You start there. That's how we build it up to, because that was the whole thing. He showed before you got here.
I got you. Let me see.
Blah blah.
Give me 1 second. All right, let me share this with you, JJ.
Do you want to see his article that he showed? Talk about the spirits?
No, I don't need it. I don't need to see it. I don't need to. But I'm pulling this up right here. I'm sharing my screen. Can you pull that up? All right. So the article is from Wikipedia, which is a library. It says metallurgy in pre-Columbian America. Metallurgy in pre-Columbian America is the extraction, purification, and alloying of metals and metal crafting by indigenous peoples of the Americas prior to European contact in the late 15th century. Indigenous Americans have been using native metals from ancient times, with recent finds of gold artifacts in the Andean region dated to 2155 to 1936 BC, and North American copper finds dated to approximately 5000 BC. The metal would have been found in nature without need for smelting. Let me go down right here. In South America, the case is quite different. Indigenous South Americans had full metallurgy with smelting in various metals being purposely alloyed. So when you say that they found gold tips, well, of course they found gold tips. Gold was readily present.
Are they the ones that Columbus found?
Yeah,
most likely, because
most likely, brother. No, most likely, are they the ones?
The people that Columbus found.
The people.
Migrated. The Arawak people. Let me go to the Arawak because they
are they the ones that Columbus found? That's what we're looking for. The ones that Columbus found, man. We
Let me remind you. Hold on, Ruff. We got to stay on top. We can't.
But
the answer is yes.
So you're saying that? Why did he get them? So let me ask you this: why did he get them tested over? He got in Spain, and they did the test. So where's your testing coming from? Where did you showing that it's not? It's just straight coming from America. You had to show articles saying that those tips that Columbus found in America, there was a different test, and it showed that it was from the metallurgy, how you pronounce that? Makers over in, and it said alloy. So is alloy and gold
Yeah,
the same?
right, right. And nobody is saying that there was no gold in America. It's the gold at Columbus. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're getting at. And he's trying to divert. Get to the Columbus gold, brother. Get to the Columbus gold.
Pull up that article and show me that, because you got.
No, I don't have to show you. You have to prove.
I got to see the methodology that they use to determine the origin of gold. How did they test the gold?
You got to see the methodology. So now you want the science, but now when I ask you for DNA, you don't want that science.
Let me see.
Selective. You're selective when it benefits you and what you want to believe. If you can go with the science, go with the science.
All right, so pull it up. Let's scrutinize the science then.
Are you qualified? What is your scientific?
I don't gotta be qualified. We could
You
use
don't
our
have to
own
be
discernment.
qualified. You don't.
We could read the article and then
now,
we could find out how they determined that the gold is from Africa. We could just read it and use our discernment.
okay. Can we do the science of our DNAs also?
What does DNA got to do with gold manufacturing?
It has, some type of
DNA. Gold doesn't
significance,
have DNA.
but your body being there, has some significance.
My body isn't made of gold, so what
I
does
didn't say
DNA
your
got to
body
do?
per se. I didn't say. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about you per se. Like when I'm saying your body, I'm saying like the majority of the population.
I'm gonna call pseudo on that point. You can't test gold to determine where it was manufactured. I'm calling pseudo on that. And I don't even like
Okay.
using the word pseudo. So you know that
Okay.
gotta be some bullshit.
Okay. All right then. And what's that based on? Don't they
What
have
is based on
gold?
that? It's a
Don't
metal.
they have gold in
The only
certain continents?
indicator, listen, the only indicator.
Brother, stop cutting me off, man. Don't they have gold on different continents?
Right, and you want to know how the only
All
way.
right.
All
And now
right.
how do they
So I'm
how
going
do
to make
they
these
do
final
this?
statements here.
How do they do that?
Listen. Y'all can have a bill some other time, but the people
Yeah,
out
you
there,
know that.
listen, hold up, bro. We want to peek in on the baby Hebrew neo love debate. So I mean, I appreciate y'all, man. Go ahead and get final say, and then we're gonna go and watch this.
Man, peace. I ain't really got nothing to say to do.
Well, congratulations, brother.
I'm not just doing it for the audience, man.
I know, man. All right, Zab, go ahead and say what you got to say, then we're going to go ahead and get to this other.
Yeah, the brother won by default, but I want the audience to really ask themselves.
Man, bye, nigga.
He made a valid argument, because since I got up here, I ain't hear not one valid argument. I presented him information. I challenged a lot of the information he put out, and he didn't do that with me. His go-to was always referring to DNA. Like, he goes to DNA so much that we talking about gold and he run into DNA about gold. He thinks that DNA is his trump card, right? Everything is DNA. This nigga is so in love with DNA that he believes that gold has DNA. Brother, you got to come better, and you got off easy today, man. You got a free win. So salute to you. Hopefully you do better in the next round, and hopefully we can keep this thing pushing. All right, JJ, thanks for having me up here. All right, Black.
Man, you can come back and do presentation, bring some of your other apparatus. See, the main thing is trying to understand each other, brother. That's what it's all about. We trying to understand each other in
You know
our
what it
different.
is, JJ? I think now that we got the internet and a lot of black people is really looking for information, the fact that the public school system left out a lot of history, they're now coming across this information and they're saying to themselves, damn, maybe I'm an American. Maybe I'm not from Africa. And so a lot of people is really digging into their genealogy and they're finding that their ancestry, their recent ancestry are Americans. You know, they got their grandparents, their great grandparents all buried here in America. And those are your ancestors. So if you got ancestors in the soil, if you got ancestors buried in funerals right here in America, I think a lot of people are trying to connect to those people and they're realizing that they're solely American and this idea of connecting with Africa isn't as appealing anymore, knowing that their genealogy and their actual blood relatives are Americans. And I think that's the allure of the Aboriginal movement.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, it's an interesting conversation between you two. I'm sorry you guys didn't really get to do it the right way. We try to reach you. The rule is, man, you know, you don't show up, you know, the brother win by default. I don't like default victories, but it is what it is. But that don't mean
it is what it is. All right, but I'm gonna drop down though.
Yeah, that don't mean you can't come participate and come and present your information on different days, brother. All right, you welcome anytime, man. You just gotta show up on time. That's all. All right, ladies and gentlemen.